Do you want me to leave your ginger in or leave your ginger out? What?
I almost did it again.
You're wearing a bra this time, aren't you?
This time. I was wearing a bra last time, but...
Oh, you're not this time?
Oh, and I'm wearing my good one, too, so...
Ooh, sexy.
No,
Like
but
strings?
not holy.
Just covering up the nipples?
Just not holy. We can cut that out, can we?
I haven't showered in days. I can tell you where to put it.
Tooth marks in the side of it. What can I stick this in?
I can tell you where to put it.
What if you put it here, and I slide over?
Actually, you don't even have to slide over. It'll fit here.
Like I put this right here.
Well, I like
You stick it right here.
Do you want to try that?
Good, that's yours. Ow. Well, that's a full
Can
frontal.
you zoom it in a little? Like if you pinch it, can you? Oh, back a little.
Ow. Oh, forward a little. Actually, when you let it go, it goes away.
No.
Here. Want me to do it?
Also, if you angle it towards me a tad, if I go like this.
Oh.
So I might have this
And
side
you can
profile.
take off our shoes. Oh, fucking hair.
Okay, so we're all.
Oh.
Then Shay.
Just pulled my own hair. Oh. Oh, just popped up. Give me a second. Are we recording him doing drugs?
It's just blowing. You know what I have to do
Yes.
because
You don't want a yeast
Drinking
infection?
coffee would work. Well, just do what you want to do. I'm not a doctor.
But don't you have to like spit it out so you don't swallow it?
I don't understand what it does in your mouth that it doesn't do in your body. Wouldn't be the first time.
Ew. Why would you put it in your mouth then?
Sorry, money exchanges and it's done.
Stripper names. We are Dear Casuals.
Like,
Also, was an ad for your video.
yeah, I set up an ad campaign just because I was. Why are you keep kicking my camera? I set up an ad campaign to see how it works just because I was playing around for it and immediately got judged. But, yeah, like. Well, I don't know. I mean, A, he clicked on the ad, so it clearly works. And B, I think I spent $3.07 over the course of a day and a half and got like 100 plus views. I'm arguing against Mr. Guy that thinks it's weird that I set up an ad.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it got a couple views.
Okay. Well, you explained it, but I didn't know what he meant. I didn't know that. I wish, it'd help give some of that thought into our Mere Casuals one, but
Well, I mean, I couldn't set up an ad because it's your account.
he didn't suggest it. I didn't know what's there.
I didn't know. I figured this out yesterday.
Oh, okay. I'll forgive you this
Posted
time.
it a while ago.
I posted the video?
No, he
I
posted
the video 2
but
days
the
ago.
ad thing was yesterday, but
The video's only been out for 2 days.
when we start rating, we should do some ads for our rating.
Ads for rating?
For our rating. Like what you did. Is it just an ad advertising your video?
Yeah.
So we should just do an ad so we should get some good videos and
Because you open up, you click on start an ad campaign, and you pick your video, and then you write like a 2-line blurb about it, and then you choose how much you want to spend and who you want it targeted to, and like interests that you want it linked to. I'm just learning how to use YouTube, so that's one of the things I was trying to figure out.
I didn't even see that pop up when I was looking monetize your videos or
Well,
monetize
monetize is a different thing.
I know, and I know now. But I was just, it says you need like so many, I need 1,000 people to follow. So people, get your friends, just get them to follow. I don't care if they watch. I do care. But anyway,
I believe you mean subscribe.
but I subscribe. Yes. When you subscribe, you follow. Okay. I didn't know there was an ad option. I didn't even see it. You would think if you say monetize, they'd say, hey, there's this option.
Well, monetize and advertise are two ends of a spectrum. Like one is what pays for the other. You know what I mean?
I just think that YouTube, if you're looking into the money end of it, they would help you find some of these things.
I don't know. It wasn't that hard to find.
Okay, I'm just dumb.
I found it more or less by accident. No, I'm not saying you're dumb.
No, me neither. I was just.
I'm just you're
having
an
fun.
elderly man that may have a hard time learning new skills. Like, I'm not criticizing. I'm just pointing out simple facts.
Oh no, it was a criticism, but it's fine. People can criticize all they want. It's being mean that sucks. Criticisms are good.
Sometimes I get mean.
Well, yeah, I'm getting used to that. So.
Well, I'm on a thing today because I've been having conversations with some other people that I know about the bleak future of humanity, and it's put me in a mood. So
What, we're going to continue?
Yeah, probably, unfortunately.
So
But not for long. Not
that's
for long.
That's the bleakness of He-Man. So these are people that are obviously outside of the gaming community?
No.
Oh.
Yes and no. But no. Yes. No.
Can you say
what was
who
the
you've been
question
talking
again?
to?
Just some purple elves.
Oh, okay. And
Do they have a production?
Several, yeah.
and I was actually looking through my thing, and I was wondering if they're still active yesterday. So it's funny that you were talking to them, and I was just thinking of them yesterday, and
Yeah.
she has whatever.
Here's
Anyway,
the thing, because
what do you think is going to happen to humanity?
what do I think is going to happen to humanity?
What's the conversation? Where are you leading with this
Oh,
conversation?
we're talking about climate change and
It's
people's
fake.
unwillingness to deal with the problem.
Don't worry about climate change. Greta's got it.
See? And what we were talking about is how older people in your generation are kind of the problem.
Why am I the problem?
You're not the problem. Your people are the problem. No, you're not even, because we were complaining about boomers. I always think of you as a boomer, but you're a
not
Gen
a
X.
boomer?
He's Gen
I
X.
don't know. I think I'm not. a
He's
boomer.
like actually right smack in the middle of Gen X.
I'm like in the no man's zone.
No,
I
you're in
think-
Gen X. Like you're firmly in Gen X.
I would say that I could be part of the problem, but I'm like willing to listen and
You
learn.
could be part of the problem, but you're too lazy to really cause any problems.
Well, my laziness might be a problem.
Now, what do you class yourself as? Because you're right at the border.
So technically, if you look at the dates of different generations,
Oh, see, I never had a lot of dates.
technically I'm a millennial. But I have been told that I present as Generation X
So
because of my negativity and pessimism.
So you identify as a
cetera.
Generation X.
I don't identify as one, I present as one. Like when I am talking and saying things either verbally or with my fingers, I come across as a Gen X type
Nice. That's not a bad thing.
due to cynicism and negativity and just my
what
basic.
do I come off as?
You're a millennial.
Yeah, I
You're right in the middle of the millennials. Although the person I've been talking to, I'll just say his name, it's Jeff. I've been talking to Jeff, and he has glowing things to say about millennials. He seems to think that you people are all very smart and driven
me?
and
Has he met
determined. He hasn't, no. And determined to fix the world. And I was like, listen here, I've met some millennials, and I disagree. I wasn't talking about you.
Yeah, you were.
I was talking about mostly people. No, I'm not going to say people I work with, because then if any of them listen, they'll know I'm talking about them. But just people in general. Have you met a lot of like really smart millennials?
What?
No.
Al, have you met a lot of smart millennials?
My kids aren't millennials, are they?
No.
Yes, they are.
What year were they born?
They were born before 2005, so they're millennials.
So is that the break? That's cut off? Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything bad. I consider
Ignoring
them
your
smart.
children, have you met a lot of smart millennials? When you're sitting
I
at
don't-
standing at
I-
your checkout at your place of employment, and someone in their late 20s, early 30s comes through, do they strike you as intelligent people?
Honestly, I don't know them enough to know if they're intelligent.
Do they act intelligent?
Sometimes yes, sometimes no. But
I've heard
I
you
mean,
complain about people enough
yes,
times.
yes, but that's not them. That's them at that moment. Like I do stupid things. I'm not the smartest cookie in the drawer, but I do crumble.
In the
See, that's
drawer?
I've always hated
Who
that
leaves their cookies
excuse.
in a drawer.
Well, it depends on what kind of organization system you have, and whether
I guess we
they're
put ours in a cupboard.
and whether they're single serve. So, for instance, my ex's former sister-in-law, because it's like the ex of her brother, used
So
to
your
have-
sister? No, just your ex's former sister-in-law could be your sister.
Yeah, true enough. Well, she would have been my former sister-in-law, but so it's like her brother's
Her
ex-wife.
brother's ex-wife. Okay, that
My
wasn't
sister's
important.
dogs,
but-
cats, friend. She had a drawer when she's making lunches. Had all the single serves in there. So if you have single serve cookies and you have an organization where you open a drawer and pick one of these, one of these, one of these, and in lunch and it goes.
We have a wicker basket for that.
She didn't. She had a drawer.
Yes, but we have a wicker
So I
basket.
mean, it's heard of.
Did someone say it was unheard of?
No, I just said it was. But she asked who, so I mean, it was like kind of an insinuation. But
I was gonna
or
say
if
something
you
a
have
minute
like
ago,
the
but-
cookies you need to keep in the fridge. Are there cookies you need to keep in the fridge?
What cookies?
You know what? This segues perfectly into a podcast question.
Yeah. So
We gotta
I
start
sometimes
from the beginning.
No,
I-
we don't, because we just segued. I'm going to let Al finish, and then we're going to go straight to the fridge question.
should we introduce ourselves then? Fridge.
Oh, shoot. Who's maxing out?
Could it be me?
I haven't talked much.
I don't know. I'll fix it later.
But
Is it me?
sometimes I put things in the fridge just because I'm a single guy, and I sometimes forget that I have an impulse control issue, and they're not going to have time to go bad. But sometimes there's cookies in the
Like
fridge.
cookie-wise?
Yeah. And sometimes I want to keep them out of the way, so I'll open up the crisper and put them in. So there you go, cookies in a drawer.
You actually call the
Vegetables
drawers in
go
your
in the
fridge a
drawer.
crisper? Al
What-
doesn't buy vegetables.
Actually, I bought vegetables today. So my name is Alan /Okona.
Oh, so we are
We
introducing
are a
ourselves.
podcast.
Are
a
we?
World of Warcraft podcast.
Okay, so we just shambled that.
It doesn't matter.
You
If
didn't
people don't
start.
know who we are by now,
Did you not want it? When did you, where? Let's try that again. Where did you want to put the intro? And we can edit this out.
no, I will. It is me. What was I saying?
We're segueing into a question.
Oh no, we were
Are we
trying to introduce
introducing
ourselves,
ourselves?
and then we got distracted. What? No, Al asked me where I put the intro, and I was going to say I listened to the start of the podcast. I cut out everything that just should not be there, which in many cases is some things, and then I just find a spot where I like the intro and I put it there.
Yeah, that's not what I meant. Sorry, I didn't
What
mean
do you
intro.
mean?
Like, where do you want us to introduce ourselves?
You're asking this after you started introducing yourself?
Yes, because I said we can edit it out.
Oh no, just introduce yourselves.
Okay.
I thought we were doing that already.
Well, I was then.
Al's going to start from the beginning, introducing himself again, because he doesn't like where it went.
Well, let Sam start over because I don't know what the first line is.
Of
Our intro. So, and you do. So you go ahead because I want to start where you want to start, but I can't think of what I'm supposed to say.
so let's
go
all
ahead.
say our names. You're Alan.
That's not how it starts.
How does
See?
it start?
Is it? We always open. We're a podcast.
We're only about 30
Oh.
episodes in. Why would we remember? We're more than 30.
I don't know.
aren't we?
Well, what are we supposed to say? I don't remember what we say.
I don't know. You guys listen to the podcast. I don't.
I don't listen to the podcast.
I think we start with our names and then we say we're.
I think just do that. So start with your name.
Okay, so my name is Alan
I feel like it'll just come organically after
/
we...
Okona, or well, I feel organically. Sorry, never mind. My name's Okona / Alan.
I'm Sam /Rolaren.
And I'm Josh / Will Riker. And we are mere casuals. I don't know what we say. A
We're-
World of Warcraft podcast.
Currently,
Currently focusing on Wrath of the Lich King, a World of Warcraft expansion.
I don't know. We have to listen to a podcast and know how we
Yeah, I
actually
think
open
that's
it.
I think that's what we say. So, shoot, Al was saying something about refrigerating cookies. You know what? The moment's passed. Well, let's just keep going. We'll start at the beginning with the questions.
but you wanted to segue into the refrigerator question. There's a refrigerator question. The peanut butter.
No, the
it's not
jam.
the peanut butter one. It's
We'll get
the
to the
jam.
peanut butter and jam after. But no, I wanted to say something because you said something. Because you were talking
I
about
put
the
cookies in the
millennials.
crisper,
I was talking
millennials.
about millennials.
Oh,
And you were like, because you're always complaining about how dumb people sound when they're near you. And
there's a lot of them are well past the millennial stage. Like they're me or
what is
or-
well
or-
past? Really?
Yeah,
Because
like well done, not over
well
easy.
done. I thought you liked them over easy.
Well, yeah, the millennials are over
Eggs,
easy.
Sam. Eggs.
They got to have a
Which we
solid.
do refrigerate here.
They have to have a solid yolk.
I'm trying to imagine what that could possibly mean, and I've got nothing. But what I
Well,
was saying, because you were
isn't
saying,
that
I
what
was
you hold on
asking
to
if
with the
they
horse?
were. I was asking if they came. Is that what that's called?
Now you
The
make me look it
yoke.
up.
The yoke is the strings. The knob on the saddle is the horn, I believe. I believe there's a horn and a yoke. Stirrups. Isn't the yoke
No,
what goes
those are
around
the
their
legs
neck?
women put it.
It doesn't
put
matter, I'm
their
just
legs in
yoking.
those.
A yoke goes around an animal's neck, I believe. The horn is the bit on the saddle. The stirrups are the strings. No, the stirrups are the foot handles. Right?
Yeah.
Are we talking about a horse or a doctor? Because
Well, see, the strips in the doctor's office are for foots as well.
feet.
When's your appointment?
31st.
Okay. Do we want to go to the podcast questions?
Yeah, we're a little bit.
Because I was going to make a comment about something you said, and we're so far past it. That maxed out. So I have gone back.
Oh, I have them. I went through and I have them all
Oh, did you type them?
copied and pasted.
Oh. You're right back to the fidget spinner, right?
Yeah.
because I scrolled all the way up to almost excited Buzz, and then I kind of went down from there. They were talking about mic pings. Falcon Mick predicted that the guest on the episode he was a guest on was going to be Bob. It was not. It was Falcon Mick. We talk about rating for a bit. I'm trying to get back down to the same point, so I'm there as well. Why are we talking about rating in the podcast question section? Okay. Has Sam ever considered a fidget spinner while you guys podcast, Sam?
I have not. I just fidget with everything around me.
Hold on.
Oh, do you need me to lean closer?
Yeah, you need to get much closer than that. You're like,
I was leaning
you're
back.
practically laying down in bed. What was the answer?
I have never considered it because I just fidget with everything around me. It's closer.
That would be the benefit to the fidget spinner. You wouldn't be messing with all the things.
I know.
Because you've already kicked my camera twice.
Would you
Once.
consider a fidget spinner?
We have multiple in the house. I just never know where they are because children.
They've got to be somewhere.
You're frozen again.
Would that... Oh, that's not pretty.
I don't know why it's doing that, and I don't know how to make it
That's
stop.
a duck face. I'm going to put that as a screen cap.
So is that like a no?
No, what?
That you wouldn't consider a fidget spinner?
I feel like if I had a fidget spinner, I would talk even less on this podcast because I'd be too focused on that.
That might be true.
Can you talk less?
Yeah. I can. I just...
I mean, that's just
Not
called
being here.
that's just called absenteeism.
Yes. There is one podcast that I don't say one word in.
No, I don't think there was.
Yeah.
You
Was it
weren't
the
here.
one you weren't in?
Yeah.
No, you closed it.
That doesn't count. Yeah, you even
Oh,
said...
because I showed up at the very end.
So there, you're wrong. I know because I just actually posted. Oh, I posted so many videos over the last little bit, catching up, and I'm still waiting for the last episode. So
Which I technically sent you.
yes,
Technically
I'll
not
have
my fault.
2 to get out this week.
Okay, so you guys aren't posting video of me because if I have faces like that the entire time,
Well, blank. Yeah, it's gonna post. We're gonna need some video of you. I don't know what I can do.
Oh, find like... So, okay, so...
is it my internet?
No,
Because I
we're
keep
all on the same
connecting
internet.
and disconnecting.
Your internet keeps connecting and disconnecting?
I don't know. My computer's doing something. It's loading something now.
Are you
What's it
hardlined
doing?
in?
No. I can
Okay.
hardline you in.
You should just hardline in. It makes it so much easier
Do you want
because
to
you're right
hardline?
there, right?
Yeah, but that's connected to Josh's other computer, is it not?
The one that's in the basement right now? Yeah.
Yeah, the one that's right here.
Yeah. That cord is for the computer that's in the basement right now.
Oh. Then can I have that? Where do I stick it?
Into the hole.
I have to get down on the ground, so give me a second.
We're gonna pause for technical difficulties. I'll put up a technical difficulties thing now.
Look at the camera. Get right in there. Do you have your phone's in use? Can I have your phone for a second?
Ooh. Well, you can always go.
Here's what we're going to do. Where's your face? So look at the camera. Oh, that's making dots on your eyes.
Why? What is happening?
That's
Because
not
now
gonna
I
work.
see dots.
Come over here to my camera.
Me too.
Why did you shine that in my eyes?
Spotlights. I was trying to light your face so we could take a picture of you. So come over here. Come over
Why are
here.
you taking a picture of me?
Just trust me. Come over here.
I don't want to trust you.
Come over here. You knocked your mic when you got up.
Yeah, I know, because you made me get up.
So put your face in, like crouch down a little. Look straight at the camera. You're looking at me. Look at the camera. Get a little closer to the camera.
Why?
Because just trust me on this. Get close to the camera. Now make a nice face. Make a nice face at the camera, like a smile kind of thing. So there. Now what Al's going to do... Okay, go back. You can go back to your seat now. Hey, that's my piece of paper with important things written
Okay,
on it.
so Josh here, he has a piece of paper, a wasted piece of paper that says important things written on a piece of paper.
That is my piece of paper with important things written on it. What Al is going to do is when Al is editing the video, is Al is going to take a screenshot of that one part where you're over here making a nice face,
Was I
and I'm
making-
going like this, And every time your camera freezes and makes you make a weird face, he can plunk that over top of it. And that'll be our technical difficulties screen. So have your phone back. And we can start answering some questions.
All right, I'll stop looking irritated now.
Okay, so-
have you ever watched Terminator 2?
Yeah, that's the Judgment Day one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Remember when they were teaching Arnold Schwarzenegger how to smile?
vaguely.
That's what I was thinking of when she was smiling.
Well, she's never smiled before, so
Sam hates us so much right now.
oh well.
Sam, we love you.
What can you really do? So we have a next question.
Okay, next question would be from the same person who suggested a fidget spinner. What would be your guys' best zone in WoW, and how come? The quests there, the atmosphere in the area, the music, etc. And also, what is your worst?
Who wants to go first?
I don't like Ice Crown.
How come?
It's annoying.
Do you just don't? It's like the quests.
I don't know, I just don't like it.
Okay, so that's your worst. What is your favorite zone?
I don't have a favorite zone.
Yeah, but think about it. Think about it hard. What's your favorite zone?
Shimmering
It's-
Flats.
Is this going to be a WoW encompassing, or are we going to go with Wrath of the Lich King or certain expansions?
I
is that
would
what you
say everything up to and including what is currently out in Classic WoW.
Okay.
So Sam has chosen Shimmering Flats.
I don't know. You
It's
told me
not
to pick.
technically a zone, but it is a part of a zone. So sure.
So Daenerys.
Why do you? It's not in
You're gonna
Why
hate
do
it.
you like
Guys and
Shimmering?
mules.
Why do you like Shimmering Flats?
I don't know. Next person.
No, why do you like Shimmering Flats?
I don't know, because it's all in one area. So you don't have to go very far to hand in quests.
So, we're excited to show you that place when Kata hits.
Why?
It's
Underwater? Is
yeah.
it underwater?
And you get a boat.
I hate underwater quests.
And you get a boat.
It's not underwater. It's on top of water. You get a boat.
But no, we end up underwater as well.
So Daenerys isn't underwater though.
Daenerys. Hold on a sec, because my mind's not placing where Daenerys. No. Some of it's missing, actually.
But wouldn't the water just flow into Daenerys?
So, the port that's down by the water gets wiped out, if I recall correctly.
There's a
So you-
Steam Weedle?
Yes. No. Is it?
I want to say Steam Weedle, but it might not be.
No, it's not.
Steam Weedle is like a faction of gnomes.
Well, you know where you're in Daenerys and you're in Gadgetzan, you pick up the quest and you have to go over to the other place to pick up quests?
Yeah.
I think that place gets wiped out. Sorry, we were talking about Thousand Needles and it's an arid place, so when you said Daenerys, it all crossed over in my mind.
It is Steam Weedle Port, not Steam Weedle Port.
Yeah, so
As I
I'm
said.
pretty sure it gets wiped out.
Yeah, maybe. I just feel like is Daenerys still a desert? Or does it become wet?
You know what? It's a
Depends
good
on who's
question.
Does
there.
Daenerys get moistened? I'm going to look it up. Because I want to know now.
I think I remember there being some plant life there afterwards.
Cataclysm.
Yeah, your internet is kind of biting it right now, I think.
Well, when
Every
the other
time-
computer gets used,
Yeah.
right now there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 if you count his, 6 computers, 3 cell phones, and a TV hooked up to the internet.
TV's not on.
Okay, so it appears that I don't see a lot of plant life, but it appears that Daenerys is quite moist.
And is Steam Weedle Port gone?
Looks like it. The map just went away when I clicked on it. but-
So you would have seen that I had paused, but now I'm back. I'm off your internet.
it looks like this is all wet. I can't tell if this is wet. That does not look wet.
Yeah, Steam Weedle Port's underwater.
The Caverns of Time looks more pronounced.
Yeah, I
Seems to be a lot of
I
caves.
loved the Kata dungeons in Caverns of Time.
Can't you get to... Isn't there a raid zone through Daenerys and Kata as well? Is that what Oldham is? Or is that a separate zone entirely?
I
I feel like
Don't
Wikipedia
know.
is not the place to be discovering this
The
stuff.
only raids I did in Kata were the ones involving why am I forgetting the important names when it counts? The dragon.
Fire Deathwing.
Deathwing. And I know that some people have said that I have no reason or no experience, but I'd used Raid Finder.
I don't believe you. I don't think you have. I really don't think you're qualified to speak about this.
So you think that I actually joined?
I'd actually rather if you just stop talking right now. I don't think you're qualified to talk about LFR. Yeah, YouTube comments. They said you're not. So, I mean, I really think we should take them to heart and stop talking about it immediately. You look very serious right now.
I'm just staying as still as I can so that when I actually put this portion of the video, I can put a censored screen over my mouth.
Ah, okay. You can't move your censored screen? I know how to move a censored
Well, I can
screen.
move it, but I'd rather if my mouth was and I didn't have to move it. But yeah, so I use looking for raid, and I learned that raids have mechanics, but I also learned that I didn't learn that it was son of a bitch. I also learned it's not as hard as a real raid, but the fact of the matter is that I learned that I had to listen and follow mechanics. So it was a good training tool.
So here's the thing. If raids didn't have mechanics, who would fix them when they break down?
Right?
So Sam likes
Chief
Steam
Engineer
Wheel ports.
Scooty.
Scooty? That feels like that's in the game somewhere. Where is that?
It's he does the portal to Nomuragon
Okay.
on Booty Bay.
Okay. Really? Okay, I believe you. So Sam likes Steam Weedle. Nope. Sam likes Thousand. Nope. Sam likes Shimmering Flats. Sam likes Shivering Flats. Shimmering.
So if we say zone, then she likes Thousand Needles.
We'll just pretend that Shimmering Flats is his own, because we're going to give this one to Sam
It's a good
because she had a
crossover
very
zone.
busy day
It's a good crossover
and she looks
zone.
tired.
It's a good crossover zone to get a flight path when you're under leveled for the zone, going down into Tenaris. You go right from Shimmering Flats into Tenaris and pick that up.
Who put that there?
You told me to. I'm pretty sure you telling me to is on video somewhere.
So, no, that's good because there's a lot of quests in that area.
I like the Shimmering Flats. I do always look forward to going there.
And for those that enjoy the movie, there's a good little Star Wars reference in that area. I don't enjoy that particular movie, so I
Star
pretend it
Wars?
doesn't exist. Yeah, the
Who
pod
watches
race.
Star Wars?
No pod racing in Star Wars.
Yes, there is.
I don't
Are
think
you
there
guys
is.
pretending like I do that there's no episode 1, 2, or 3?
Yes, the least you could do is roll with it. So what is your favorite zone?
Okay, so I'm gonna say if I'm going back classic,
You don't have to. You can
I know,
do any of the three
but
expansions.
the thing is, my favorite zone will change depending on what
Oh.
I'm playing.
Do one for each expansion.
Okay, so in classic, I didn't think I'd pick this, but I actually like this zone, so I'm gonna go Alliance Red Ridge.
Okay. I thought you were going with Barons.
Because there's regular quests there, and there's a lot of elite quests, and there's a lot to do in Red Ridge as an Alliance. And
See, Red
there's
Ridge
even
is
a quest in Red Ridge, one quest that the Horde can pick up.
Yeah, we did it the other day. And by the other day, I mean like 8 months ago.
Yeah. So I like Red Ridge for classic. I really do.
See, that was... Now, what's your least favorite? You don't have to pick a least favorite.
I was going to pick the default, but no, I even like Desolate. Okay, well, I'll say I like
That's
all the
not
zones.
true. Nobody likes Desolus.
Well, it's got a lot of things in there that I used it a lot for raiding. I used it a lot, well, because we were getting
Oh,
gear.
Nature Resist.
I did a lot of I do professions, so I'm going down there to get the books for cooking, and I was on Horde side, so that's where it was.
See, even when that was a thing and you needed them, I just bought them off the auction house because there is no way
No, I was posting them on. The
I am
auction.
running down to Desolus to get a cooking book.
See, I did that type of thing, and running through Desolus when the packs of hyenas are chasing you, and you're at a level which they're gonna just one shot you. It's fun.
Here's the thing. I would rather fly up to Eastern Plaguelands and farm gold there for 2 hours than fly down to Desolus and buy a book.
Worst zone then, as Horde, I would say Western Plaguelands.
Oh, you're allowed to pick. You're allowed to pick Desolus. Oh wait, no, that was my pick. Never mind.
Western Plaguelands.
Really, you don't like Western Plaguelands?
Well, when I played Horde, I was a warrior, and I was trying to do some of the things that you were doing. And
What was I doing?
Well, you were going to get the nature resist potion. the
Oh,
rest
like
one.
the ones I was selling?
I couldn't survive that.
Yeah. Was I a paladin then? I was, right? Or was I shaman?
I don't know.
This is when we were Horde, right? So
Yeah.
I probably wasn't a paladin. I would have
Yeah.
been a shaman.
There was a lot of things to farm in Western Plaguelands that I've never received. Except, actually, you know what? I can't even complain about that. The first thing I got when I went into that cave was the Nature Resist potion, which I gave to you.
Did you?
Yeah,
Oh.
it dropped the first thing I killed.
Is that one of the ones I sold?
No, you used it.
Probably.
Because you didn't have it, and you asked for it. I said, here you go, have it.
See, I can't remember because this was like
should've
2 years
sold it.
ago. No, I can't remember if I was farming and selling the recipes or if I farmed the recipes and then sold the potions. Were the recipes tradable? You gave it to me, so obviously they were. I must have been farming and selling the recipes because I farmed the one in Winterspring as well off
Yes.
the Elite Giants.
Yes.
I was able to farm and sell a
Again,
couple
that
of
ticked
those.
me off, too, because I couldn't do that. You do a lot of things that I can't do.
I like doing what?
You have a Star Trek book not in the right spot.
Where? Oh, the hardcover?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because it doesn't fit with my soft covers.
Yeah.
Paperbacks.
How come Sam's not coming through my phone at all, but she's good? Oh, it doesn't matter if she's not on my phone. Move your head, Sam. Okay, good. Yeah, you're not frozen.
I was just looking at my books. What was I going to say? Oh, so my favorite zones? You didn't ask.
Oh,
but
no, I'm not
Yes,
done.
I asked everybody.
I know. I didn't know if I was done yet.
Actually, no, because do you want me to pick one each expansion, or do you want
No.
me to do
Oh,
a
sure.
round
Go
robin?
for it. Go for it.
So if we went with Hellfire Peninsula, always, it was a grind, but I did Nagrand a lot. I like doing Nagrand.
Okay.
I like Shadow Valley.
Because
Shadow Moon Valley?
Yeah.
I didn't do Shadow Moon Valley a lot, but with Nagrand, I usually had a Skinner. So going around there's a lot of things to do. I
How'd you feel about skinning humans?
shouldn't be done. Back in the old days of retail, fighting over Hala was fun.
Yeah. That happened. That did
I
happen in
actually
Classic.
had a set of PvP gear for retail. So I liked fighting in Hala. So that was my favorite zone. For least favorite, I mean, it was so small. I can't tell you which one's the least.
Blade's Edge.
No, the neighbor, Netherstorm.
Really?
No,
I like Netherstorm.
no. Yeah, no, because I use Blade's Edge for... No, I don't know which one's my least favorite, because they're all pretty up there.
Terracar, maybe. Not a fan of Terracar.
Okay, we'll put that at the
But
least.
we'll talk about that during mine. What's your favorite and least favorite Wrath of the Lich King zones?
Ice Crown.
Ice Crown
terrible
is
zone.
His
one of my favorite.
Yeah.
Then
Because
do it with me.
I do a lot in Ice Crown, and I'm back out there jousting again, just to get the things up. There's more mounts to buy there, more pets. I found out recently that there are some BOP alchemical recipes out there. I got the Greater Frost Resist or whatever it's called. And I can farm the other 3. Special mobs drop them,
Now, are those recipes that only drop if you have the profession?
probably.
Because I know some of them are. The BOP ones. Did you say BOP? You did say BOP. Never mind.
Yeah. So I like Ice Crown. I like the phasing. I like doing this stuff out there. Although I hate when you faction change and they make you do it all over again.
Well, I mean, that's not a normal experience, though.
Yeah. My least favorite of the zones. Grizzly
We
Hills.
get it. There isn't a least favorite.
Grizzly Hills.
I like Grizzly Hills.
Okay.
I like it too, but you asked for my least.
Okay.
So I'd say
So you
Grizzly
like all
Hills.
the zones, is what you're saying.
Yeah, Grizzly Hills would be my least.
Okay.
Because what I like to do in Grizzly Hills, I always had a hard time getting a party to do.
The arena
I did
thing?
it all by myself.
The arena.
Oh, that.
What did you
And
do?
some
all
of
by
the
yourself?
elites, but yeah.
I did that whole zone by myself, except for
Okay.
that one.
Yeah, no, I believe you.
you don't.
I do believe you.
Now my rogue was able to do some of the elites on his own, but you guys helped me with the bear back when Brad was playing, and
Bear, I don't remember
the
doing that
arena.
one.
Up at the top.
Yeah,
of
the one
zone.
that Brad skinned
Oh.
before I got the drop.
I remember that.
Well, because him and Sam were fighting over all the skin stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was rude.
Well, we didn't call you out on it. Don't worry. Just kidding. Just
Well, I
kidding.
mean,
I
we
didn't skin the
had-
bear that
I
you
know.
needed.
So we had 2 skinners in our group, right? Sam was the secondary skinner, and Brad was the principal skinner.
You're so funny.
Well, it was
give you
a
cheers for that
solid, it
one.
was a solid joke. Don't break my mug.
Yeah, that joke was so good. It's not the only thing that was solid.
What's
Weird.
yours?
I was trying to get to that. So old world zones. I'm debating this one a little bit,
You're a master debater, I hear.
but I think I'm going to go with. Oh, I forget what it's called.
That's me, right?
Duskwood.
Oh yeah, those ones are so confusing.
Alliance Zone. So Duskwood frustrates me a little bit because there's so much running back and forth across the zone, but it's also a really immersive zone quest-wise. Like, I feel like there's a story that progresses through it. It sends you, like, to all areas of the zone. There's, like, interesting things to do. There's a raid mob in the middle of it. You didn't know about the raid mob. There's
Oh yeah, that dude. Yeah,
Stitches.
there's the Stitches
not,
guy.
not Stitches.
That's a different guy.
We
There's this-
did the raid mob.
we tried the raid mob.
No, we defeated him.
Did we?
Yeah, we did it for Evidar.
Do it for Everdar. Everdar.
Evader.
Okay, yeah,
The
now that you
useless
say that, I guess
paladin.
we did.
I mean, it was a lot of attempts, but we did it.
Yeah. I just remember failing repeatedly. I didn't remember actually succeeding. But yeah, and then we and there's you got the Stitches and the road down to Stranglethorn. I just like it. It's a good zone. It's got ogres, it's got werewolves, it's got bandits, it's got spiders. I spent a lot of time spidering. I spent a lot of time farming spiders for nature resist pots during AQ.
And a poison removal shield.
Is there a shield there that removes poison?
Yeah,
I don't remember that.
yeah.
There's the catacombs underneath with the secret door that lead to the other catacombs.
Yes.
Did you know about the secret door? There's a secret door.
So I think I might have encountered it, but nothing. There's no active memory of it.
Because there's two separate catacomb entrances for two separate quests, but there's like a secret tunnel in the back hidden behind like a tomb or something. And it's kind of cool. Either way, it's a good zone.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
If I can add to that zone, there's a vendor there for a couple potions you had to buy over in that graveyard. There was a rare Worgen, which dropped a nice hat for if you and it's BOE.
Nice
so you can
hat.
pass down to a lower tune. And as a raiding druid, always worried about my offhand, and I always settled for these crappy offhands. And I realized, reading it up, Stitch's Femur is a good offhand for a classic raiding druid
Because of the amplified armor.
because it's got armor. Yep.
Wasn't it like 50 armor or something?
Yep.
Was that really the highest armor offhand?
For me,
Pre-raid,
it was. I mean, I
probably.
could have gotten something else, but I couldn't get to that something else.
Pre-raid it might have been. What was I going to say? I was going to say a thing.
Your worst.
I was going to get to my worst. I was going to say I am, though, mildly nervous about that zone in hardcore because there's lots of places where things can go wrong. Very wrong. Those Worgans like to clump up on you. The Worgans like the night. And there's the cave with the one eye, something, one
Well, that's
eye.
Stranglethorn Vale.
No, there are definitely Worgans in a cave in Duskwallow.
Oh.
Duskwood Marsh. Dusk Marsh.
I thought you were talking about
Dusk
the
Marshwood.
Eye quest.
No, I said Worgans. I did specifically say Worgans.
I know you said Worgans, but you were talking about quest.
I was talking about quests because there's a quest where you have to go into a cave with Worgans, and it's unsafe.
Unsavory.
It's very savory because I enjoy it. It's just unsafe. So
never-
my
I've never
least
tasted
favorite
it.
zone. Trying to remember what it's called. It's just
Ice
north.
Crown.
It's northwest of Barrens Mountains. Something Stone Talon Mountains. Don't like Stone Talon Mountains.
Oh yeah.
Really don't
I
like that zone.
but
Do
I
you?
was level 80.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. Not a fan at all. I don't like it.
Again,
Um,
I always find like I did a lot of research, I guess, on some of the rares, but one of the rares in there drops a nice item for
Okay, we
sale.
get it. You don't have a least favorite zone.
I know, right?
You have to yell out or it out.
I might have a least favorite
Because you try to look at
podcasting.
them,
Just kidding.
A lot of people have
I
a
didn't
least
hear you.
favorite
I wasn't
podcast, and it's
listening.
us.
I said I'm starting to get a least favorite podcasting co-host.
That's bad
Josh?
because that means you're worse than me. My
No, I
least
just
favorite. Did I
bugged
say
in.
my least favorite?
Yes.
I did. So my most favoritist Burning Crusade zone, Blades Edge Mountains, and my least favorite is also Blades Edge Mountains.
Interesting.
I like the quest lines, but I hate the zone. I'm just going to go with that because I don't want to elaborate. Wrath, my first,
No,
my
'cause
most
there's
favorite.
good content. You just don't like the layout. I get it.
I like the content. I hate the zone.
Yeah.
And usually, like I've gone through it for Lore Master. By the time I'm at the end of the zone, I'm sick of it.
By the time you're
But
at
I
the
also
end of
like
zone,
the
you're
quest
at the end of your rope.
Yeah, but like right at the end, there's some cool quests. Like there's some really cool quests in Blade's Edge, but I just don't like the zone. It sucks. And the Ogrelaw area, kind of like it, but I also kind of hate it. That's like Burning Crusade. I kind of like Burning Crusade, but I also really don't like Burning Crusade. Wrath Zones, my favorite is Sholazar Basin,
Okay.
I guess. Just because I didn't think I liked it, but it's the smoothest zone to quest through.
It's really good if you're
So
a
what
Skinner.
you're saying is you didn't think you'd like it, but you do.
Yes. Can I name another episode that? Probably not. That'd be confusing. My least favorite...
Ice Crown.
No, I don't mind Ice Crown. It's not my favorite, but I don't mind it. My least favorite is probably Boring Tundra.
Boring Tundra.
Boring Tundra. I've done it too many times.
Yeah.
I used to like it, but I'm just sick of it. I don't like it anymore. Yeah, don't like it. So, what's the next question? Let's move on because we're already an hour in and we've talked
Sam's
about
story.
nothing.
You want to
No,
tell
it's
Sam,
okay.
tell your story. Tell your story,
No,
Sam.
it's fine. It's not really important.
Can you tell your story though? Just because
Well,
people
none-
are going to
none of
be
what-
like,
none of what we talk about
why
is
didn't
really
Sam tell her
important.
story? And people are going to complain in the Discord that you didn't tell your story. So tell your story.
Okay, well, it's more of going back to millennials, thinking millennials are smart, but they're really stupid.
We'll
fine.
section it off and we'll
How
move
did
it
you think
over.
of that story before we started recording when you didn't
She
know I was
couldn't,
going to talk
couldn't
about
remember
that?
it.
No, this was the story I was going to tell, and then the millennial thing just was convenient.
Oh, okay. So what's your story?
So we were on holidays last week, right? Correct?
I don't like that.
Are you
sauce.
asking me?
Yeah, right? We were on holidays?
Yeah.
I hate
Okay,
that
so
sauce.
most people usually get paid.
By last week, you mean the week before last? But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So payday was on Thursday.
yeah.
So I got a whopping $0. I did not get paid for my vacation. Does everybody want to know why?
I already know why, but I'm waiting for you to tell everybody else.
Why did you
Why?
not get paid, Sam?
Okay, so we switched over systems. We do this thing called Workday. So I punched in my vacation. I put it in as unpaid,
Why'd you do
Even
that,
though-
Sam?
even though I thought I put it in paid. So the system screwed up. Or I just screwed it up. I probably put it in
It
unpaid.
was probably something you did,
Well, you just said you put it in unpaid.
No, I thought I put it in properly. But
you
this
did
whole Workday situation app thing is very confusing.
What you're saying is it's hard for a millennial.
This
like
wasn't
you
a
to
cool
figure
story.
things-
Just crop
It
it
is
out.
a good story, Sam. I'm just trying to relate it back. I'm saying, so you're saying that a millennial like you couldn't possibly think of things and figure stuff out because millennials aren't nearly as smart as some people give them credit for.
There's just a lot of buttons.
Oh, shoot. A bunch of our listeners are probably millennials, aren't they?
Probably. Do you want me to show you my Workday later?
Oh, okay.
You did.
Damn, you got me excited for a second.
You already saw my boobs.
Almost
I
twice.
feel like you showed me.
My boobs?
Well, yeah, but your workday thing.
Oh.
See, I was going to tell you something, and you just did it.
What?
What?
Okay, so I tell a lot of stories that aren't interesting,
Yeah.
but you got to somehow weave in some dirty jokes.
Oh, my boobs?
Yeah.
Okay.
'Cause you,
Anyways.
you weave in some inappropriate things, and you add interest and flavor, a little bit of spice.
See, I feel like I tell interesting stories, but you guys just don't care.
So, I love your stories, Josh. Oh, Sam's frozen again. Oh no, she just wasn't.
A
moving.
half-naked lady tried to get in the van this morning, and it
I
wasn't
put
even
clothes
you.
on.
It wasn't even you.
When? Like your work van or van this morning? Like our
When I
van?
was, when I was driving.
Did you say, "Don't get in"? Come back when
Kinda.
you're done getting naked.
No. I was just like, no, I can't do this right now, and I just kind of did the
Were you
Like,
driving?
after you
were
dropped-
driving on Bethune Street?
Elmer Street. So, yeah.
You can't drive
Elmer,
on
why?
Bethune Street anymore.
No. What?
Why were you on Elmer?
I was dropping him off at the armory.
Was it by the convenience store?
Yeah.
Where we always see the... Was it the naked no,
No,
pants
it
lady?
wasn't No Pants Lady. It was
Wait.
twice
like,
the size of No Pants Lady.
Oh.
a block away from me, there's a no pants lady.
You don't know about No
you
Pants
didn't know
Lady?
about No Pants Lady?
No. I would spend more time outside if I knew about No Pants Lady, or would I?
Elmer,
so
Elmer
Elmer
George
McDonald.
Elmer George McDonald area. There's I don't know if lady's the right word. There is a female person.
Not
She's not
important.
very ladylike.
As long as she's female, that's all that's
She-
important.
Because I saw her the other day.
So
With pants?
No.
have you ever seen, like, you know leather purses, right? If you were to take a leather purse and just beat the crap out of it until it's kind of flappy, that's what we're talking about with No Pants Lady.
She wears a leather.
She's got a
purse that's
leather
been
purse
beaten?
butt. She's very leathery. So
Handholds.
no, I don't think it wouldn't be safe. It wouldn't be safe, Al. But yeah, she frequently walks around. I've seen her a number
Is
of
it
times.
Could it be the person that I videotaped in Del Prairie Park?
Why are you videotaping
Why are you
people?
videotaping people?
Well, don't you remember? I couldn't believe it. They're actually in Del Prairie Park. I said,
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Maybe
you said it was creepy. I said, just wanted you to see. And you're like, oh, why? My
it's a
eyes.
little
Well,
creepy.
probably.
No
Pants on?
Well, neither of them were wearing much.
Oh, were they doing it in the park?
They were doing some things.
Yeah,
you know the
they're right out
bench. You know
talking
the
to people.
statue bench thing.
The thing we sit on regularly?
Yeah, they were sitting
Yeah,
on
the
it too.
rain cleans it.
Does it though?
Anyways,
Does it?
Just so you know, I saw
It's-
people doing it in the park down by
it's,
Jackson's Creek.
It's
Yeah, it
we're a
happens.
cultured city. There's a lot of bacteria. Culture.
we're talking about the drug area.
So
The very
it's-
bad drug area.
It's the block you sit on, where if you went a little bit further in, you're going into line up for ice cream at Silverbean. Like
Oh.
right at the entrance.
What wasn't that one?
No, that's the one where I saw them that night.
That's not
That's not where the video was. That was down by the pond, wasn't it?
No, it was exactly there.
Was it? Oh, you're right.
I
Yeah,
know.
you're right.
I know. I was the director.
Al, stop. Don't gloat. I'm using my one Al, you're right. And you're not allowed to make a big deal about it.
You've already used one.
I did?
My censor face,
But
remember?
you've never been
you
right
told me
before.
you told me to stop talking. Well, we
Oh, I
can...
didn't say you were right. I just acknowledged that you were doing a thing. But anyways, yeah, a very drugged out, half naked lady tried to get in the van, and I shoot
What
her
part was
away.
empty? What part was naked?
The bottom half.
Oh, so it was No Pants Lady.
No, she was wearing underwear.
Oh, okay.
It was just almost No Pants Lady, but it was a different lady because there are apparently multiple No Pants ladies downtown.
I'd stop and say, hold on a sec. I got to put down a drop sheet.
But interesting thing.
Ew.
Interesting thing. Like she was like way out of it. Like out of it. Like have you seen the videos of people like on fentanyl, like downtown in cities, kind of
Yeah.
like half crouched, like zombied out? I think she was on fentanyl, maybe. So interesting thing though. So that was at 7ish this morning, and she seemed very much out of it. So going down to pick him up just now,
Same lady?
there were 3 or 4 cops on bikes, like searching for something. And I'm like,
Bike
did
cops?
something happen to her? Like, because they were going up and down. They were combing the river that's in behind the buildings that the path goes on, where the guy got stabbed the other day.
Oh,
we are a cultured city.
And
we need to move.
and they were just down.
Yes,
well,
we do.
I mean, that'd be nice.
I was
but-
thinking about moving.
Will you come with us if we move?
Those are two different questions.
But usually the cops are usually out on their bicycles if they're looking for something.
Oh, yay.
They were looking for something.
Wow.
What?
Dismissed. I won't talk about that.
Okay. Did I ever say my least favorite zone?
Yes.
Okay.
We're
yeah.
moving
So
on
we're
to the
done.
next question.
Oh yeah.
You
so
made
next
me
question.
Tell
you
my
tell
very
the story.
lame story. Like,
It's fine. It turned into pantsless lady. So
See?
it always goes somewhere,
There's-
Sam.
Your story doesn't even have to be good as long as it leads into something else. Or it can be good. See? I liked your story. She doesn't care.
have
that
you
I like
ever
your story.
noticed when your in-game character is completely smashed or drunk that the mobs you are fighting are a lower? You read it. Lower level than what they actually are.
Was that the Falcon Mick question?
No,
Who was it?
picky.
Picky. Okay. I feel like he's just trolling Al. Because that doesn't sound right.
I don't know. I'll have to get smashed and go and see if they drop a level. Maybe it's because maybe it's...
I meant to test that out because I saw that and I was like, that sounds like a joke, but I don't get it.
That could be an in-game mechanic because you're so drunk you're going to take on more than you... Like, you're going to think you can take on more than you can.
That would be neat, but I don't think it's a. I mean, it
that
might
would-
be a
that would
thing.
be
I don't
cool,
know.
actually.
I've never. I'm assuming you're being, because didn't they address that to Al? And then wasn't there a follow-up something to do with like level 18?
I didn't post all of it.
I'm
I just took the question.
I'm gonna check. Okay. So he says, have y'all noticed? I'm assuming he's from Texas. Have y'all noticed that when your in-game character is completely smashed or drunk, that the mobs you're fighting are lower level than they actually are? And Al was like, not yet, gonna have to check that out. And then Falcon Mix says, yeah, it's a real thing, LOL. I wouldn't be surprised if under level 18 female mobs changed to 18. Which, I mean, I'm assuming that's an Al thing.
Oh, wait a minute. Should I be laughing at that?
I don't know. Sure. It's sure.
Thanks, Falcon. You're joining the ranks of my depravity.
And then Falcon Mick followed up, and when I say followed up, I mean 3 days later, because we're way behind on our questions. And he says, podcast question. You probably have this on your list, right? Sam, you can read it. You're a podcast question person.
If you could have anyone on your show, who would it be? So should we like name names? Because I feel like people might feel left out if we pick specifically what we want. Who we want.
Oh, they're probably saying like if you could have like
anyone,
someone,
like celebrity-wise?
big deal. Oh, sure, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. No, that's what I was going to go. That's where I was going, but yeah.
Oh, because do you know who would be cool? Because I
I
know
got
that
really loud
they
again.
play World of Warcraft.
Witcher. What's his name?
I can't think of his name.
I don't remember.
Cavill.
What's Witcher's
Henry
name?
Cavill.
Henry Cavill.
That would be awesome.
Where's that question anyway?
I wouldn't know what
It's
to do
on
with
Discord.
myself.
It's like the 3rd of August.
I
So
have it
we're weeks ago.
Oh, wow.
You know who I would think it would be cool to talk to? My question isn't as my answer isn't as interesting as yours. But Holly Longdale.
Who?
Holly Longdale.
I don't know who that is.
You don't know who Holly Longdale is?
No.
I'm feigning outrage because someone was really upset that I didn't know who Chris Metzen was.
Who's that?
I'm hoping it's Chris. Is it Chris Metzen?
He was part of WoW?
Yeah.
That name sounds familiar.
The guy that I was like, they rehired him because he was something, something.
I think that's who you meant.
And I don't know if it was Dimitri. It might have been Dimitri. Was like, how dare you not know who Chris Metzen is? And again, I hope his name's Chris because I feel like I might be getting that wrong. But I knew who he was. I did know. I'm just bad with names and details. So I remembered that he existed and I knew he was involved in some way. I just don't remember all the details. But so I was feigning outrage that you didn't know who Holly Longdale was because she is the something president something of Warcraft something. She's a higher up, but she also up until a couple years ago used to be in charge of EverQuest. So she has.
So you don't want to talk about WoW.
I do want to talk about both, but she has been like not the. I think she might have been the president of EQ. If that's a thing. That's probably not a job title. But she was like an upper higher up for EQ, and she's also an upper higher up for WoW, so she's kind of been in charge of both games I like. So, yeah, if I could have one unattainable guest on the show, it would be her.
Okay.
Alan, do you have an answer, and you can't choose yourself because you're already on the show?
I'm not a celebrity.
But no, that was your answer.
Did I answer?
Yeah, in Discord 3 weeks ago. Podcast question. If you have anyone on your show, who would it be? Al. Oh, me. Definitely me. Followed by laughy emojis from Smitty, Mad Marty, and Dimitri. People were amused at your humor.
Okay, so going again. This is not a. Does it have to be a? We're a WoW
No, you can
podcast.
be whatever you want.
All right. Well, then
No. It has been pointed out to us recently that we are not a WoW podcast. We are a podcast that sometimes talks about WoW.
Ethan Page.
Oh.
He wouldn't come on our show anyways.
Oh, well, because he's a hometown guy. He's in a wrestling thing I like.
Yeah, I know. I get
He
it.
does some of the things that we do. He's a gamer. Console, though. Like, he plays a lot of games on a console.
Oh, see, console gaming is for losers that don't know how to use multiple buttons.
Failing that, I would go with another wrestler. It would be... It's not one I follow a lot, but I know that her and her husband, who's also a wrestler, play games. Not the bunny. It's her... Penelope Ford. and her husband, who is his name's escaped me for the life of me.
Rob Ford.
No,
Doug Ford?
no,
Henry Ford.
no. But they do gaming actually on Twitch, so it would be fun to have them talk about gaming because we can keep it a gaming podcast.
Sure.
And then failing that, there's other AEW wrestlers who all do gaming.
Are there any non-AEW wrestlers you would like to have as a guest on the show?
Okay, so I'm not reaching for the stars here. I'm trying to think of somebody who, if
No,
anybody
reach
was
for
gonna
the
do
stars. Sam picked Henry Cavill, and I picked the president, vice president.
I find that would be kind of lame.
What?
You're lame.
No, if I picked it for my reasons, the way I
Oh.
personally feel, you're fine with what you pick. Marina Baccarin.
Who?
That name sounds familiar.
Deadpool.
I feel like you've
the
talked to
girlfriend.
her. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's always confused me that you single her out. What is special about her?
She's Canadian.
Is that all it takes? Because Sam's on the show.
Okay, so there's this.
Canadian?
We had this
Dang.
strange interaction, which I let my head twist into more than what it was.
Okay, see, that's what I was looking for. I knew there had to be something weird.
So we're at Fan Expo.
Okay.
And the person we went to see, I'll have her too, Jewel State. But
Is that what's the one with the guy with the jacket?
Arrow.
No, the Western sci-fi.
yeah, I know it's one of my favorite shows, but it's got the Serenity in it. Serenity is actually the name of the movie that came from it.
Oh crap! Why can't I remember what it's called? I mean, I haven't seen it, so I have.
It's a show that was canceled well before its time.
Ooh,
Firefly.
yeah,
Firefly.
Firefly. How did you know that? Not us.
She Googled it. No, she
Oh.
didn't. She didn't. Yes, she's the engineer, but she was also on.
Did
Falcon.
I just guessed that,
Yeah.
by the way.
Falcon Mick will know this too, but she is the doctor that showed up in the latter
This
seasons.
is which person? This is the second person.
Jewel State.
Okay.
She's a doctor that showed up in the latter seasons of
You were
Stargate
about to tell us
Atlantis.
the creepy interaction you had with what's her name from.
It wasn't
Deadpool.
my creepy, but so
I
my
just
daughter,
assume when you have an interaction with someone, it's probably creepy.
my daughter paid. So we're at Fan Expo to go and see Jewel State.
Okay.
So we went up and she signed it and she was pleasant.
Oh,
but
I've heard this story.
Marina Baccarin walked out behind her and looked down at her highlighters, her Sharpies. And she had multicolored Sharpies. Oh, we're going to have to talk about this because she wanted multicolored Sharpies. But then she looked up at me and she gave me like a wry little smile. And I was like, and then off she went. She has
that's
since,
the entire thing.
yeah,
I remember there being more to it.
yeah. She has since married.
Didn't someone hug you at a fan expo once?
Yeah, I think it's the Arrow person you were talking about.
No. Okay, so same. I've only been to one Fan Expo, but the same thing. We've had multiple shots. So I have my picture with William Shatner that people seem to think is fake on Discord. I have my picture.
They didn't say it was fake. They said it looked photoshopped because you were photoshopping somebody out of it.
No, did you Photoshop someone out of it, or did you just crop someone
I
out
cropped.
of it?
Did you use Photoshop to crop?
No, I don't use Photoshop for anything.
Loser.
And then I had
Who'd you crop out of it?
my daughters.
Oh,
And then I had, what's her name?
I don't know.
Captain Janeway.
Oh, shoot.
Red.
Why can't I remember her name?
Catherine.
Kate Mulgrew.
Kate Mulgrew.
Wait, is Kate short for Catherine?
Oh, I don't know. But it's what came to mind. So the other picture we
Because
took.
Catherine Mulgrew played Catherine Janeway. That's the same name.
oh my
She
God.
also played Mrs. Columbo, but hey.
She played Red.
Oh,
Yes.
why can't
That's
we?
why my daughter wanted to see her because of her enjoyment of that show. But
I mean,
regardless, we got a third picture and it was a group picture. And I'm forgetting the name. So it was an Arrow combination. But luckily, all those people, with the exception of one,
what do you mean, those people?
yes, they were in other shows that I liked. So one is the guy that played Malcolm Merlin in Arrow. He also played Captain Jack, not Sparrow. He played Captain Jack on
The
Doctor
restaurant?
Who. He played Captain Jack on Doctor Who.
Oh.
And then
Is Captain Jack a restaurant?
the
Captain Jack. Why are you looking at me? I don't know.
and I'm sorry, I'm forgetting actors' names, but
But
she
they
was
can't
in,
hear you, and they don't care.
She was in Doctor Who, she was in ER, and she was in Arrow. And
Juliana Margulies.
no.
It's the only ER actor I can think
Anyway, we
George
grouped up.
Clooney.
There
of.
was
Female
three.
ER actor I can think of.
There was three of them. There was three of us. So they did like actor us, actor us, actor us.
So you were in an actor sandwich.
I was. And not only that, but these three were overly friendly. They actually got in trouble from the people at the expo going, no, we got to speed it along. Stop talking to them. But we got in there and they're like positioning us. And then during the picture, I got the older actress. She's not old, just older. She was right behind me and we're taking a picture. And she put her hands up like this. And then she pushed forward and I had her boob touching my shoulder. I was kind of happy about that too.
And who is this? This was the ER actor?
Yes.
And it wasn't George Clooney.
No.
Noah Wiley?
I don't. Do you?
So
That was good.
that's a good way. That's a good way to transition. But
Okay,
what I
next
was going to say,
question.
am I the only one that like super doesn't want to meet actors?
Well, I was talking about wrestlers.
Well, and then you were talking because you're talking about Fan Expo and people doing the meet and take a picture with actors. I don't.
So
I
you're
don't
saying
understand.
if you had the opportunity,
She's not an actor. Who are you talking about?
who are you talking about?
I don't know. You always, no matter what, whenever I talk about like not wanting to meet famous person, like you wouldn't want to meet Taylor Swift.
You
No,
see-
that's not
That's
even
what
who
you
I was
always bring
going
up.
for.
Okay.
You see, my choices. Some
Oh
of
no,
my
no.
actor choices.
I understand that you
'Cause-
have choices. I'm just saying I don't want to meet actors.
There's also one. Well, there are actors that I've already met.
So who are you talking about though?
I was.
Patrick Stewart. He was like your idol growing up.
No, Captain Picard is my idol.
But you wouldn't want to meet him?
No.
Never meet your idols.
Yeah, that. I mean, not really.
There was one other, if I can throw her into this list before we move on.
Go for it.
Seneca Martin Green.
Who?
Oh, right. Walking Dead
Yes.
girl.
And
Which?
she was also on Stargate, Star Trek Discovery.
Oh, the terrible Star Trek?
Yes. Unfortunately, it was.
I need to give it another try.
You have to.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe I will. I like a lot of the actors in that show.
I have to try. I mean, you have to try, right? Like,
Yeah.
I can't just not try.
So
I watched season 1 and I didn't hate it. I didn't like it, but I didn't hate it. But
Wasn't
that's
a
not the
huge
point of the
fan
story.
of Strange New Worlds. Captain's hot, but
Yeah, but
Oh,
you're
that show
weird.
he
is-
looked better with the beard.
that show is
Really?
amazing. Strange New Worlds. I'm just saying.
See, she didn't get to any of the really good episodes. She watched like 3 episodes.
It's
And-
what
and
Star
it's
Trek.
like-
It's what Star Trek was.
I know it's a great series, but if it has one flaw, it doesn't start strong. And most shows don't because you have to introduce the characters. So it starts off with the episode with the First Contact one, where they have to go rescue Uno from the planet.
Okay, so
And
wait a second.
I'm in the middle of a story, Sam.
Una.
When we started watching Strange New Worlds, I asked you, is there anything I need to know about any of the other Star Treks before we start watching it? You said no. We started watching it. 5 minutes in, you had to pause it and explain something to me because I missed something in one of the other seasons.
Okay,
Series.
so you don't have to watch Discovery, but, and don't take this the wrong way.
Is this from the very first episode
Yes.
of Star Trek ever that she's talking about?
No, it's kind of, but I do not fully trust your ability to absorb information from a TV show. Do you know what I mean?
No, what do you mean?
I mean, like, during the course of this episode, they do explain what I stopped and explained to you, but I figured you probably wouldn't get it, so I stopped and explained it to help you get it.
Was this Pike seeing visions of his death?
Yes.
Yes.
That's,
Which it is a callback to season of Discovery, which I did not watch, so you
Actually.
don't need to see it. And it is also a reference to the original pilot / The Cage from the original series.
Actually, no.
Yes, it is.
There's an episode where Christopher Pike is on Enterprise with Captain Kirk, and Spock is on trial, and he's in a wheelchair then because we
That
don't
is
actually
the
see.
cage.
We don't actually no.
Menagerie, I mean. But that's the menagerie.
Menagerie. The cage. We see Christopher Pike, but that's where he ends up, is back on that planet at the end of that episode. Sorry, spoilers for the original series and the cage, 1960s.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But anyways, I was just helping. I was helping because you don't pay attention when we watch TV shows.
But
You don't,
The good
do
thing
you?
is you don't really have to because these are episodic. It's not a story that is going.
But the point I was trying to make is they start out with not the strongest 3 or 4 episodes. Like, I didn't mind the first episode, but it's definitely the weakest one of the entire series. Ghosts of Illyria, the third one.
Farpoint, come on.
I said of the
that's
series,
a very
and
far
also
point.
I really like Farpoint. Farpoint is one of my favorite
That was
pilots.
a really far point.
Farpoint's one of my favorite pilots. It is an excellent episode. It is.
Go back from whence thou came.
Good words.
Right.
So, should
Next
we move on
question.
to
Well,
the
let's
next
face it,
question?
he's no Trelane.
Oh, he's so much better than Trelane. Trelane was a whimpering little
He was a
child compared to Q.
because he was a child.
Yeah, but he was not. He's not as deep by any means.
He was a child.
He was using parlor tricks and mirrors. Like literally, the machine he was using was in a mirror.
Yeah.
But
No, I
like,
know.
what's the next question, Sam?
We good?
No, but what's the next question?
It's from Dimitri.
He compared Q to
Dude.
Trelane in a non-flattering way. Who?
Is the other person.
Oh, well, the next question is, did you forget to run the noise removal on this episode?
I'm
I was
not
gonna get to
there.
that one.
Yes. Well, it's the one right after it.
I answered it on there though.
Yeah.
Is what music sends you right back to the early days of WoW. For me, it's Wasted by Goldfinger. That song just brings me right back to the Barons on my Forsaken Mage. Do you know how many times I read this question over in my head, and I was hoping, I'm like, it looks like foreskin, and I know I was going to say it, but I didn't.
But you just did.
You did, Sam.
Yeah.
You
So
did.
in your effort to not say foreskin, you inadvertently
So which
said
part of
foreskin.
that question did you confuse with foreskin? Read it
The
again.
Forsaken
I
Mage.
never understood that
Forsaken.
because I counted. I only have one.
Isn't
Where does
Goldfinger
foreskin
an
come
Austin
from?
Powers movie?
You still have... Okay.
Okay, so I have to.
I just learned
have
some
to-
things about Al that I didn't want to
No,
learn
I have
about.
to. I have to say.
Or
I
did
have
you?
to say this? So at my workplace, there is a bottle in one of the
foreskin?
cupboards. I'm not going to go in depth as to what I do or where I work, but there is a bottle
I'll tell you, he
in a
works at.
cupboard at my workplace filled with a blue liquid that says that is the liquid is for use for cleaning skin. So, and it looks a lot like Windex, right? So to differentiate and make people know,
is it called foreskin?
and make people sure that it is not Windex. Somebody wrote "for skin" on the bottle with just enough of a gap in between "for" and "skin" that I could write an E on there if I wanted to.
Do it.
And every day,
Do it.
every single day, I have to make sure I'm not yelling. Every single day I go to work and I open that cupboard and I have to resist the urge to grab a Sharpie and put an E in between the R and the F.
I will buy you the fucking Sharpie.
I have
So,
a Sharpie.
For the last 25 years, you've been staring
for
at
the last,
that?
for the last like 10 or 15 years.
Oh, okay.
Because I have been in different areas.
I would have done that already. Why are you not on top of that?
Every day I look at that bottle
Why are you not on top of that foreskin? Come on.
because I can't. I'm resisting it. I am fighting the intrusive
So what music
thoughts.
brings you back
So
to...
Discord, please help us convince Josh to change foreskin to foreskin.
You said the same thing twice, Alan.
So what song,
Did
what
I?
music sends you back to the early days of WoW? And who is this Goldfinger?
I believe it's an Austin Powers villain
Cool. I probably know the song. I have to know that song, right?
or a wrestler. Who was
Well,
the
Dust.
Is that Gold Dust? Do you have to know the song? Because I don't know the song or the artist. So I don't. Can I? I don't. Yeah. What is that? What?
No, the bottom. The bottom.
Were you talking about the picture?
Yeah.
I was about to show you, but then I realized it wasn't.
There's cameras everywhere, Sam. I don't have that for WoW. I don't have the song. But I cannot listen to the album August and Everything After by the Counting Crows without getting the uncontrollable urge to play EverQuest.
Okay.
Because it sucks me right into there. Because I listened to that album nonstop when I was first playing EQ. Or at least in the early days of it. I don't remember when it came out. Now I have to check when it came out. But I do not have a similar thing for WoW. Because no offense to WoW fans, WoW players, WoW podcasters, etc. but I have never felt the same connection to WoW. There is no anchor point where I got hooked. I just kind of played it a lot over the years, and I still like it. But I don't have that. I don't have that original. Are you listening to videos on your phone? Oh, is that the song? I don't have that same. I don't have that that song anchor point for WoW. I don't have it.
If I'm gonna, and this is a big stretch because there's usually when I play WoW, I don't have music playing because I'm listening to the game. So the background music of WoW. But no, I don't want to pick that. But if I'm gonna pick something that would make me want to play, so again, it's a stretch. I would say, I think it's called "In My Garage."
What's in your garage?
You don't have a garage, Al?
It's called "In the Garage" by Green Day.
Oh, I like Green Day.
I don't know that
I
song.
don't know that one though.
And I know most Green Day songs.
Well, he talks about the 80s. I got
like
a
Dookie.
Dungeon Master's Guide. I got an 8-sided
Green Day was a thing in the 80s?
90s.
Okay.
But they're talking about when they were growing up. So they talk about
Oh.
geek things. So if I was going to have something
See, I
bring me back, it would
I
be that.
was not aware that Green Day ever grew up. I like Green Day.
I know,
so that was just
I
a joke.
wasn't-
It was just a joke.
I looking at you like this because I'm disappointed in myself for not coming up with a witty comeback that quick. Still don't have one.
Not everybody can come up with witty comments.
So yeah, the Green Day, just because it makes me feel like a geek again. So yeah, and again, it's a stretch. But otherwise, I have no musical connection to WoW.
Sam,
I don't have any music connection with WoW.
it's not the Spice Girls.
No.
Come on, tell us what you want, what you
You're
really,
wearing a
really
Spice-
want.
you're wearing a
I know,
Spice Girls
stop.
shirt.
Right now.
You wanna? We wanna? Ow.
Okay, what's the next question?
Are we rolling horde? Are we rolling horde or alliance when hardcore drops? And
Yes.
how does one join the gang?
To join the gang, you have to kidnap and kill some. Oh no, that's different kind of gang. To join the gang, like our guild, we don't have a guild.
We don't have a guild yet. No.
Where's that question? Is it down? a
August
bit?
10th.
It's in Discord. I was wondering why I didn't have. Oh,
Yeah, because we wanted some too.
I bought the fan
I put it together.
I was actually starting to feel ill. So
just now.
yeah, I was having a hard time breathing.
Okay.
So are we doing horde or
But you can take it
alliance?
if you want.
What are you guys doing? Because I know what I'm doing for 24 hours or so after it happens.
So did you take that day off?
Yes.
I'll be at work, but I'll have some time off shortly after that.
I'm off the
But-
Friday.
I'm off the Friday, Saturday, and the Sun. No,
I
I'm
think
not.
we might-
I'm off the Thursday and the
Are
Friday.
we ending up in this dwarven guild?
I don't know. I know what I'm doing though, because I have a plan. Because Josh the Paladin is going to make a paladin and just
Okay,
and
so-
stream hardcore paladin until I either reach 60 or die,
So
like,
die.
well,
like
Alliance.
physically in real life.
So alliance.
Yes.
I was also thinking of trying a paladin. I messaged you. I even said that I was going to try something. I know I'm making this up now. When I was talking about your video, did I mention that to you?
Yes.
I don't remember you saying
Okay,
that.
well, she says yes. So I was thinking of trying it. Otherwise, if we're going to do a group, I'll do something that meshes with the group.
I'm sure at some point we'll group together.
I might want to try something I don't play. So I will either do a paladin or a priest, which I hear they're both good for hardcore,
Apparently.
or a warlock. No, I'm doing a warlock right now on our era
That's not
run.
the question.
What faction? Yeah. Well, I mean, it kind of is related.
I know. I
Well,
was just
paladin
kidding.
makes us alliance. I will go to either faction, whoever we're playing. But if it's a paladin, it's definitely alliance.
Because I'm going to be playing at least some, probably to start with, I'm going to do solo self-found, and I want to stream it.
Yeah. I also
speaking of
want to do.
streaming. So funny thing. So I've been making videos, right? So I posted the one. I'm working on the second one.
Yeah, not in the mere casuals thing, but nah.
Oh man, what do I have gas from? I didn't eat anything.
Cheesecake?
Oh, I had that cheesecake.
You're welcome.
Thanks a lot, Al.
Was it good?
So what I do is to get the clips to edit into my videos, I've got the game running in OBS over here, and I'll video cap a chunk and I'll pop it on my cloud, and then I'll grab it over here and I'll edit it and I'll go back over here. At some point with OBS open, I apparently hit the start streaming button, which normally wouldn't be a problem, but I guess I must have at some point set up streaming. So I was streaming on the Mere Casuals Twitch account for I don't know how long, and I don't even know what I was doing. I think I was just capturing stuff, and then I went and I might have done a dungeon. I think I was messing around on my auction bot a little bit.
Nice.
And then at the end, like when I was getting ready to go to bed, I went to shut OBS down, and I noticed that there was a stop streaming button, and I was like, "What do you mean stop streaming? I'm not streaming.
I'm hoping you were dressed, otherwise you might find yourself banned.
I don't have a camera hooked up to it."
Oh, okay.
So I mean, there's no way anything could have picked up. But like, I don't like. I was just working on. I was playing the game a little bit, and I was working on the videos over on this computer. I don't remember
Was there
what I
any
was
comments
doing.
or anything?
There's no comments, but I have 7 followers now. And I don't know. I think a couple of them were from when we were doing our world tour from one of the events. But I noticed I had at least one new follower. This was 2 days ago, I think.
Is it me?
I don't know.
I think I went back. I think I went and followed you.
Like 2 days ago, 4 days ago.
Yeah.
This
I
week?
think so.
Was I online streaming? Because apparently I was streaming. And I don't have it set to save because I don't know how to do that yet.
Yeah.
I need to figure that out soon. But like, so I have no idea what I
should
streamed.
Follow me back.
I have no clue.
Yeah. Because we can sometimes have the same video and have 2 different views of it
We could.
when we're producing videos for our websites,
We could.
for our
We have websites?
YouTubes.
Oh,
for
you
our
do.
YouTubes, because you went and, did your own thing. No, just kidding. Where am I?
See, Sam's giving me a look. Because as soon as I posted it on my own channel, I was like, Al's going to be mad.
I was. I got mad for a minute. I still get mad, and it's and
Why
then
are you mad, though?
well, no, that's just it though. It's really weird because then I sit there and I'm like, okay, that's it. I'm quitting the podcast, and I said, this is why.
That's a little much.
Exactly. So I said, this is ridiculous. This is why I never respond to you guys right away. I said, this is ridiculous. So I got over myself, and
It's weird that it's something you had to get over, but
it is. I agree with you. I'm not disagreeing, but I'm also being blatantly honest with you
yeah.
because I
No,
don't want to.
I knew it because I was debating for like 2 days. I was like, I know I'm not doing anything wrong, but Al's going to be mad for some reason.
Well, I thought you were ditching us at first. So I get.
I'm right here.
I get the feeling of it. This could be it. I feel like I might be getting abandoned. You're basically my. You're my anchor here in Peterborough, other than my kids. Okay, I guess you're not my anchor. Either way, I'm fucked up.
Your kids aren't. Oh, one of them is, I guess, in Peterborough. But yeah,
Shh! Don't tell them where we are.
they know probably. I don't know.
Yeah, they know we're in Peterborough. We talk about it all the time. Yeah, I messed up, and I didn't. And then I found
More ways than one.
Yeah, I found a happy medium.
Is this pile on Al Day? I mean, that was just cruel, Sam. In more ways than one.
Okay, next question.
So, and I didn't.
What
set
was the
up-
question?
I don't know. I didn't. I don't know.
Oh,
We
right. I was
also-
accidentally streaming. So if anyone listening was watching my stream, what was I doing? I didn't know I was streaming. I have no idea what's going on. I didn't even know I had it set up.
So I hope you like that we made a Josh the Podcast playlist to link to your page.
Yes.
Try increase the
But it's not
traffic
a
over.
podcast.
Or you know
It's
what I
a-
mean.
I think he meant Josh the Paladin.
Josh the Paladin.
Oh,
Podcast Paladin, same thing.
But I've decided to embrace the fact that Paladin is clearly my thing because I cannot stick with playing anything else.
I don't know, man. A blue parsing male paladin. Making guides.
Hey, I can do whatever I want. Here's the thing. So, I mean, not all of my parses are blue. Some are purple. So you pick the lowest one. Great. And my lowest parse, by the way, is on a noob. Iraq.
You're a
Iraq.
noob.
You're a noob. My
think
lowest parse is on a noob Iraq. A. B. A noob Iraq's a tough fight to parse on when you're in a guild that doesn't necessarily kill it super fast or at all most of the time.
Are you saying this just to
And-
be? Are you
no, I'm saying this into the world.
Okay.
I'm saying it towards you because you're sitting in front of me. And C, on a Nubarak, I don't want to stare into the camera. That's weird. And C, on a Nubarak, I am on freedom of movement duty.
Yeah.
I said duty.
He said
Which
duty.
you cannot parse 100% when you're in charge of freedom of movementing the tanks when they pull the mobs back in, because I have to stop attacking for an entire, 2 global cooldowns
2 GCDs.
every time they pull something back in. It makes a difference.
I get it.
I'm just saying. I'm not actually being defensive. I'm just like, what are you talking about? Yeah, my parse on a new Brax only 70%. Yeah, oh no.
But that opened my eyes a little bit to
I'm
the
also
fact
in an
that
alt raid.
yeah, that opened up my eyes a little bit to the fact that I will probably never want to visit Reddit.
Oh, why would you want to visit Reddit?
Well, actually, I visited just to find those comments, and there's not much that commented there. But then I just
No.
it took a number of different wordings to actually search you out on Reddit in
How?
my searches, because you didn't just pop right up at the top.
It's just mere casuals. All one word, mere casuals.
Oh no, I don't know. I don't know how Reddit works. I was looking for
That's
Josh.
that's the
Paladin.
user. My
I was looking
username.
for Josh the Paladin.
Oh no, that's not. Mere casual because I post
I found
I
you
post
with
the
Josh
podcast
the Paladin eventually.
from time to time. I post when I remember. I post the podcast in a few different Reddit subreddits, whatever they're called. And
Oh, do we get any comments there?
No, not really. Nobody cares. But I try and promote a little bit. I have a number of things I do to try and promote the podcast, but Reddit's just one of them. But
Your TikTok keeps picking up on my when I'm scrolling.
yeah, I made a TikTok and then I got real
haven't
bored of it
posted
real
in a long
fast
time.
because it turns out I really don't like TikTok. So I got a few hundred views on one of my ticks. What are they called? One of my, I got a few hundred views on one of my ticks
Nice.
that I
I
posted.
get a few hundred views on my shorts. Woo!
They look okay.
You're both
but
looking at my crotch.
Well, I was
looking
just
at your
checking to see if
leg.
you were wearing shorts.
Now she's touching my leg. Woo! No.
Those actually feel nice.
Or are those the the wet ones?
What do you think of the pants too? No, just kidding. So Sam.
What were we talking about?
So Sam, are you going to roll Horde or Ally
Oh,
when
yeah.
Hardcore comes out?
Oh, I'm just the follower, so whatever you guys.
Sam's gonna roll.
Do you
what we
have
tell her
something
to
you
if we
want to
can talk her
play
into
that
playing.
might require you? Hunter?
Probably.
Nothing else you want to try?
Nope. I tried the priest. Not a fan.
I tried the priest once. He got arrested.
Wait, he got arrested? How old were you?
No comment.
I actually had that happen when I was a kid, but that's a different
That's
story
a different
entirely.
story. They used to beat you too, so.
Which ones? Not the priests. Those are different people.
No.
Oh, they were parents. It was called spanking. It was okay
No,
back
it
then.
was called they locked you in. You know Matilda and how they had the chokey?
Have I seen Matilda? I don't know
that's
what we're
a
talking
different
about.
video altogether.
No, that's what it's called. In Matilda, it was that closet
I
that
don't
they
know if I've seen Matilda. I don't know.
locked the children in. Yeah, Josh's school had that.
Oh, my school was crazy, but they didn't.
Were you at?
They didn't always lock us into closets.
What kind of school
just-
was it? Was it a private school, Catholic school?
It
Christian
was a private Christian school.
It is no longer open.
Yeah, they're closed now. But in the mid 90s, late 80 to mid 90s, yeah, they had a belt that they whipped us with when we weren't behaving. And our French teacher would smack us with the yardstick if we didn't French properly. Oh wait, that's a different thing. If we didn't speak French properly.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
And in grades 7 and 8,
I used that at work.
in grades 7 and 8, we had science class, and I use science class in air quotes because they didn't teach us science because science was blasphemous. They taught us how to argue with our high school science teachers and taught us the arguments. They went over I'm not kidding either. They went over the high school science curriculum with us, and they gave us points that we could use to disagree with what we were being taught, and told us that if they tried to teach us about evolution, that we were to walk out of class, and that it would be okay if we failed because it's our eternal souls that really matter.
They do have a point.
I
You
don't know.
don't
if
want
they
to
do.
mess up your eternal soul.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like mine's messed up enough already.
So I had a coworker come into the office the other day, and he speaks Spanish. He's Spanish speaking, but he learned English to work with us, and he learns a few other languages, Russian and French. And I said something to him in French, and he's walking away, didn't acknowledge me. I said,
Since when do you speak French?
I can say bonjour, good day. Anyway,
That's not speaking French. That's
Good day
remembering a
was
song.
English.
no, actually, he was leaving, and I said, "Oh, you're off." Said, "Bon weekend." And I said to him,
French.
I said to him, I said, he just walked away. He doesn't acknowledge me. I said, "Stop!" And I use his name because I won't use his name here just for privacy purposes. I'll just use initials, JC. I said,
From NSYNC?
"I totally Frenched you, and you said nothing." And then I looked at him and said, "Oh no, not that kind of French. Sorry, I didn't mean that. I said something. Okay, never mind. Bye."
Good story, Al.
True story too.
Oh, I should put in my thing, the intro for the Al stories,
Yeah.
if I remember.
All right.
Do we have a next question? Because we're all hungry.
Yeah.
Does the
Do you-
guide like Rested XP take away from the hardcore challenge?
Yeah.
Are you using it?
Yeah.
Oh, I scrolled past that one.
So I think my answer is I don't care.
I mean, it does, but who cares?
I'm not going to be a purist.
The thing is, here's the thing. I think Rested XP takes less away from the hardcore challenge than Auction House and Mail does. So I think using the Blizzard hardcore server rules to their full advantage, but not using Rested XP, is easier than playing solo self-found with Rested XP.
Mike-
And if you plan on using Rested XP, when you go and buy your thing, remember to use Mere Casuals at checkout.
Yeah, when you buy your thing, your hardcore oh, I can't say it. Your
I didn't know the
hardcore
word.
survival
I just
guide.
wanted to try to plug that in.
Here's the thing, though. I'm gonna be streaming a hardcore paladin at some point, assuming I can figure it out, which I should be able to because I'm not as old as Al. I should be able to figure it out.
The Paladin?
haven't-
You already got the Paladin figured
No,
out?
how to stream.
You
Oh,
haven't showed
I can
me
show
how
you.
to yet.
Haven't showed you how to
I
stream.
can show you. I've got it done. It's all set up.
You just
On YouTube
told me
or
to
on
download something
Twitch?
on my
Twitch.
phone.
Okay, I know how to stream on Twitch. I know it so well. I was able to do it by accident for several hours the other day. But I want to try and set up YouTube because I don't know. I kind of want to try YouTube streaming. I don't know why.
So along these lines,
There's lines on your computer?
is hardcore WoW a speed run
No.
or a don't die? So Rested XP is just giving you
Well, but here's the thing. Rested XP, the hardcore survival guide, gives you, like, it tells you what not to do, probably as much as it tells you what to do.
Yeah.
Like, it leads you on a safe path.
but then everybody
Like, it will
watches
be
the
like-
videos too.
Watches what videos?
Everybody's watched the deaths and everything.
Yeah, I
we
haven't.
all know the
I
rule.
haven't watched any hardcore streaming.
We all know the rule, and the rule is
Don't go in caves?
you know the rule. Okay, so there.
Here's what I want to do, though.
You want to go in the caves?
I want to go in the caves. Because people keep telling me not to go in the caves. So what do you think I'm going to do?
Jump off the cliff?
I heard of some guy. I don't remember names.
Hypothetically speaking, yes.
I'm not good at names. I have no idea who anybody is, but I know somebody was doing a caves only hardcore run and failing miserably at it over and over again. Do you know who that was?
No, but it sounds interesting.
I want to look it up.
Was it in Discord?
No, it's Bob's talked about it on his thing.
Okay, can we just move on?
We can just take another break, eat something, and then come back.
I
And
ate
finish
a
it off.
brownie.
Because if you guys are hungry, let's just have dinner and then we'll come back.
Oh, I'd rather just do it.
What, right here, right now is a
Caves
whole
Can we do
different.
that later? I don't want
hardcore.
to right now.
Table Slam. Okay, it is. That's a YouTube ad.
Nice melons.
Yeah, Table Slam. Okay, so Table Slam's a guy that I don't dislike, so that's fine. So he's doing the caves. I totally want to copy him and do caves only because I think I could do it.
Is there a place where we could record a hardcore run right away, right now? We get on the PTR, right?
It doesn't matter. You can do it on any server.
Well, a place that'll give you the announcements over the zone.
No, you need the app for that. None of the hardcore servers are out until the 24th.
PTR wouldn't do it? Okay.
PTR is
I'll
not
wait.
up right now.
I'll wait.
PTR is a limited time
yes,
thing.
Yes. You're right.
Why do you want to?
Well, I'm not
why?
going to say why, because I want it to be something.
Okay. Well, let's move on to the next question because we have taken.
We're going to rush through. We're all hungry. It's dinner
Ever.
time.
Sam, you're our question reader. What's the next question?
Oh, and Falcon Mick, by the way, he's against that.
Against what?
He thinks hardcore is hardcore. I think it's Falcon Mick.
I know because we talked to Falcon
Oh, no,
Mick
never mind. He says
last
it's a
week.
personal challenge.
Hardcore is a personal thing. It's a very personal thing.
There you go.
I
So I agree.
personally
Drunko.
think I want to play solo self-found.
Drunko is it. Yes, 100%. He thinks that hardcore should be hardcore,
It is,
but,
but
he doesn't want to play it.
hardcore with
Or
Rested
she.
XP.
Sorry, I don't know Drunko.
Hardcore with Rested X. I am like 80% sure I've been in Discord with Drunko. I think it's a guy.
Okay.
Maybe I haven't though. I don't know. But I'm hardcore using Rested XP is still hardcore. Hardcore. You could argue that hardcore using mailed items and the auction house is less hardcore. You could argue that, but I don't think.
Yeah, mailing your riches to a banco.
Rested XP is just a reminder on your screen to use common sense. That's all Rested XP is.
It's your Jiminy Cricket.
It's your Jiminy. So what's the next question?
What are your gang's thoughts on solo all the way through and then leveling professions, but using the auction house to sell unneeded items and purchase bags, but keeping all the gold on your tune without mailing it off to an alt bank? Bank alt.
I have absolutely zero intention of using the auction house or mail while playing hardcore.
Now, what are you going to do with all that stuff?
Delete it when I die.
No, just sell it.
Like to vendors?
Yeah.
What's the point? Free up bag space, I guess, but all what stuff?
Yeah, I guess there's nothing you can buy. You're not using, like, you can use vendors.
Yeah, I'm not using auction house. I'm not using mail.
Okay, so no,
I'm doing solo self found unless I am playing in a group with you guys, and then we're gonna do
Group found.
Group found.
So I'll go with that. I don't want to use the auction house or the mail, but I will sell the stuff off to the vendors, and because there are some vendors that will sell some things that are very handy for.
Yeah, you're allowed to use vendors.
Yeah,
Same. Okay,
but
next
we
question.
won't judge you out loud.
With all the talk Blizzard had on the pillars of classic
I know
WoW.
this question, yeah.
Will this be the last question?
No.
It's close though. This is a recent question.
Well, I know it's Reese. That's why I thought.
It's
Oh,
about
the-
the
And
random
that
I know
dungeon.
being
what the
their
last question is.
excuse as to why they cannot. What does RDF stand for?
Rage, fire, chasm. Rage, fire,
Random
downs.
Dungeon Finder?
Rage, downs. System,
Random Dungeon
system
Finder.
Of the
Thank you.
down. Yeah, random dungeon finder. Go on. I like this format. Sam should be our questioner.
Really? I'm a terrible reader.
Well, you'll get better at it.
What is your feelings around how they've announced that it's coming as a part of a random chat stream with the community leaders with basically zero excuses other than, well, we saw the people wanted it, and no excuse as to why pillars no longer apparently matter, or maybe that's just always a BS excuse?
I have opinions. / why did your computer make that noise? That's loud.
It's telling me I'm on an unsafe website.
Oh, what are you
Okay,
doing?
can we...
It's Blizzard.
Yeah, that's kind of unsafe.
See, that's what. I was
Especially if you're driving. Are you trying to drive in a blizzard?
wondering. No.
So my thoughts. So I went and I did the bare minimum amount of research, and I clicked on the link and I read the pillars. And there's not really anything in those pillars that exclude random dungeon finder. And people listening are probably saying, yes, there is, but I don't know, because the pillars were forming relationships was one of their pillars, which, shut up, Blizzard. Don't tell me who to have relationships with. I'm going to play with who I want to play with, and if there's a random dungeon finder or not, I'm still going to play with the people I want to play with. Oh, I'm looking at the camera now because I'm talking directly at... Who asked the question?
Falcon Mick.
Falcon Mick. Oh, Falcon Mick. Should have known. I did read it, so I did know. Yeah, that's a silly thing that Blizzard thinks they can do. That they're like, okay, you're gonna go and you're gonna only be able to do dungeons, and we want you to form meaningful relationships with everyone that you do dungeons with, because you're forced to group with the same people over and over and over again. And what I have to say to Blizzard about that is, have you met your player base?
We did something like that in real life. We called it, I think, marriage.
Yeah, there are people that play WoW. No offense to any WoW listeners that may be listening, but there are people that play WoW that I have no intention or desire to be involved with.
Can I ask you a
Like-
quick question, by the way? And I have to interject at this point.
Can I finish my sentence
I was
first?
waiting for you to get to this point in your
Okay.
sentence. The last time you were on, I saw you were doing dungeons.
Yeah,
Why don't you ever ask me to join you in dungeons?
you were online.
I was online.
Yeah,
I was
no,
sitting
you
there
weren't.
crying the whole time.
No, because I did dungeons last night after you
Oh,
posted
no, not last night.
I'm
It was
at
when I
work.
was online.
So no, I didn't ask you because you were at
You
work.
never asked me.
You were at work, Alan.
Speaking of that,
So
So finish your thought.
you guys all did a dungeon, and no one even asked me if
you
I
were
wanted to
in
join.
Bed.
I was upstairs dealing with a child who wouldn't go to sleep.
In bed.
I wasn't in bed.
You were near a bed.
No one asked me.
But here, let me finish my rant about WoW players. Don't remember what I was saying.
Good.
Basically, yeah, WoW, Blizzard, Activision, whatever your name is, you can't tell me what to do. Like, if Random Dungeon Finder is in the game, sometimes I just want to get on and do a dungeon. I don't want to talk to the people I'm doing a dungeon with. I don't want to be their friend. I don't want to get to know them. I just want to do Violet Hold in 15 minutes and be done with it. Like, I don't need to form a meaningful connection to every Death Knight that comes in DPSs for a group I'm in. I don't care. Like, I have friends that I play with. I am in a guild. I have people that I've met through this podcast that are in the Discord. I don't need more friends. Like, sometimes I just want to do a dungeon. And I think that's a reasonable way to play a game. Sometimes you just want to do a dungeon. And as for the second pillar that I think applied, the getting
How
out and
many pillars
experience.
are there?
There's 4 pillars, but only 2 applied to the RDF.
Okay.
So pillar number 2 that applied to the RDF, in my opinion, was the getting out and experiencing the world. They would like us to get out, and they would like us to travel through the open world zones and experiencing the quests. And the examples they used is they want people to save Duskwood, Darkshire. They want us to save Darkshire from Twitch stitches, and they want us to complete this quest chain, and they want us to level up, experience the world as they intended it. And my answer to that is I've done that so many times. I don't care anymore. If I want to level another alt, just let me grind dungeons. What do you care? I've done all of your quests, like literally. And I'm talking to you, Blizzard, Activision people.
Microsoft.
I have done Microsoft. Is that who owns it now? I don't know or care. I have done all of your quests. Are you happy? Every single one of them. I've done all of them. I've done all of them probably twice, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. I don't know. I don't need to do them again.
You've done every quest.
I have done every quest. I can confidently say that over the course of the last 2018, 17, 19, how many years has it been around?
Yes.
19 years? I can confidently say that over the course of the last 19 years, I've done all your quests.
I would say
I've
that
finished your game.
there may be some quests you haven't done. Because every now and then I find a quest, you're like, oh, what's that?
It's a quest. I have probably finished all of your quests. And if I haven't finished a quest, it's because I don't want to at this point. Maybe. I don't know. But that's my answer. Random Dungeon Finder, and the extension to that answer as to how can you excuse them putting it into the game as a response to the community wanting it. Yeah, that's the answer. The community wanted it. The players of WoW overwhelmingly said, please give us this thing. It will help us enjoy your game more. So Blizzard said, okay, we will give you this thing that you repeatedly asked for, and we'll make our game more playable.
Yeah. I was working on a possibly big answer to this. I was going to compare it to Eaton's.
Eaton's, the store?
The downfall of Eaton's.
What was the downfall of Eaton's?
Just all the changes they made and not listening to the people.
Not listening to the people?
Yeah,
Blizzard did the opposite, though. They listened to the people.
See, Eaton's set the standard. They were the standard. And then they decided to change, and they didn't follow the people, and they went out of business from the top to the bottom.
I miss Sears.
So Sears took over a bunch of Eaton stores, and eventually they had to go too. And I actually researched Eaton's because when I was training at 7-Eleven as assistant manager, we talked about the Eaton's boys and how they ruined the business that their dad had made. But
did the 7-Eleven boys ruin the business their dad, Mr. 11, made?
nope, it's still running.
Okay, that's good.
7-Eleven still exists?
Yeah, just not
Probably.
in Peterborough.
Oh.
You sidetracked me. Yeah, so I heard that story, and dying.
Can you wait till we're done recording?
And I thought that, Blizzard is going to change to go along with what the people want, or else they're going to lose.
Realized I have a raid in an hour and 7 minutes.
Okay. But this
That's
thing
more
about no
important.
changes, I mean, I looked for an article on actually the article that was linked there, the developers update, a look at what's ahead for Wrath of the Lich King Classic. And the first two sentences made me laugh a little bit. It says, when World of Warcraft Classic first launched, it followed a very strict design pillar, no changes. At Blizzard, we faithfully recreated World of Warcraft as it existed in 2006 with as few changes as possible. That does not sound like no changes right off.
They had to do some changes.
Yeah.
And I think everybody recognized that they had to do some changes. Because you know what the main change they made with Classic WoW is they buffed all of the raid content. I think. I might be wrong, but I'm 90% sure they buffed all of the raid bosses. And do you know what the main complaint about Classic WoW was? The raids were too easy. Even after the buffs. It's just Molten Core is easy. Yeah. So, I mean, they had to change that. And you know what happened after months / years of no changes and then some changes? People kept asking for changes. And more people wanted changes than people wanted no changes. No changes is silly. Do you know what doesn't change? Nothing. Everything changes. It's the nature of the universe. Things change. So suck it up and play the game. Changes are good.
Did that for dramatic.
Hashtag more changes. Hashtag classic plus.
Next question.
Hashtag change everything.
Yeah, next question, because we're getting dangerously close to raid time. I didn't realize how late it was.
When it comes to peanut butter,
Oh,
smooth, crunchy, or other?
does anyone else have an answer?
I know your answer.
Do you? Because it's a long answer.
I like the crunchy. I don't have it often, but I'll take it as a treat.
I like smooth.
Good answer. So, the brand of the peanut
But
butter
no,
matters
wait
more.
a second.
What?
Do you want smooth or crunchy?
It depends. I like smooth peanut butter, but I also like crunchy peanut
Because
butter.
my next question,
But
to
I-
the peanut butter, what brand do you prefer?
Jif. Jif is the
Did
superior
you know
peanut butter.
that that's American?
So?
Kraft is Canadian.
Yeah, but it's better peanut butter.
So now you're telling us Americans are better than Canadian?
No,
No,
I'm
they
saying
have better
Jif is
peanut
better
butter.
than Kraft peanut butter.
I like Kraft peanut butter, and
Why?
not just because it's
It's not
Canadian.
as good.
I like Kraft peanut butter.
Jif, there's something. Have you seen the commercials
No, who
for
watches
Jif peanut
commercials?
butter? How people they're like in like an antique store. The one guy, and he tries Jif peanut butter, and he just loses his mind because he's like, I don't remember the commercial.
Tasting Jif peanut butter
What in the world?
is like tasting peanut butter for the first time.
Come on!
Every time.
Sweet peanut!
Original Jif peanut butter. Over 1,300 quality peanuts in every jar.
It's like a whole new like
Can you?
thing.
Yeah.
Jif peanut butter is the next level of peanut butter. It is better than Kraft
Then why do we normally just buy Kraft?
because you don't ask me before you buy peanut butter sometimes. If I have a choice, do I not say get the Jif because
Yeah.
you try and grab
We
the
got
Kraft?
a different flavor this time.
That's what I was going to get into. So there's crunchy peanut butter, which I like crunchy peanut butter, but it has its place. So smooth peanut butter is nice between two thin pieces of bread with maybe a little bit of jam, maybe some honey,
Some mayonnaise.
maybe some cheese.
Nutella,
Cheese,
cheese.
yes.
Okay, cheese and peanut butter.
A cheese
I never
and peanut butter
understood
sandwich
that.
is really good. You haven't tried it properly. A peanut butter sandwich
butter
with
and
some nice
pickles?
sharp cheddar cheese. That is a sandwich, Sam.
Peanut butter and pickles?
Yeah.
Are you
But here's the
pregnant?
thing.
I was.
Here's the thing. You can't do a crunchy peanut butter and smooth cheese sandwich. Smooth cheese sandwich. Crunchy peanut butter and cheese is a confusion of textures. You know, it's wrong. You can't do that. Crunchy peanut butter, you take a spoonful and you eat the crunchy peanut butter. That's the way to eat
No.
peanut butter. That's the way to eat crunchy peanut butter.
It's like
Smooth
having
peanut
peanuts, half chewn.
Smooth peanut butter is to put things on. Now, Jif smooth peanut butter is the superior peanut butter, but I recently discovered that dark roasted peanut butter is a thing. Did you know about dark roasted peanut butter?
I did. I mean,
When?
I didn't
Because
think
I
about
didn't
it.
know about this till the other day.
I didn't think about it until you just asked me. But then we had some at Costco.
They had some
Not
at the
that I
grocery store we
worked
went
there.
to as well.
A
So,
Jif?
no,
I had
Costco
Jif at
carries
Costco.
Kraft.
I
Does
think
Costco
I've never
carry
seen
Jif?
Jif.
I think
at
I've had
Costco.
Jif once that I recall, but I might be wrong. But I think I did.
Costco is a craft store
It is.
predominantly.
But I remember there was a different peanut butter in there at one point, and I think it was
Yeah,
Jif.
the natural.
So we tried I don't know if you've tried it yet,
I
but
smelled
I
it this
tried the
morning.
dark roast peanut butter, and it is good.
Yeah,
So
we-
you know when you get peanuts, right? Roasted peanuts. Sometimes if you get roasted peanuts, they got the skin on them still, and the skin has that nice, almost burnt, nutty flavor to it, but the texture's weird because it's like eating strange paper. But it's a really nice flavor. It's got that burnt, nutty flavor to it. And you can kind of smell. It's one of those flavors that you can smell it while you're eating it. It's like a sensory experience. So the dark roasted peanut butter, it has very strong hints of the peanut skin, the toasted peanut skin, like mixed in. I wonder if they mix it in. Maybe that's what gives it the darkness.
I don't know.
But is
But
it dead?
do you know?
Oh, you just given up?
But
Isn't your phone connected to it?
No, that's
Oh.
why I shut down Discord. You see my face went. Then I realized, oh wait, no, I'm on Discord on my phone.
Oh, right, because I'm recording over here. I forgot where I was recording.
Oh, I panicked for a quick second. Did you notice? I went.
Yeah.
I went.
But I
was-
do, yeah. So the answer to the question is it depends what you're doing. If you're making a sandwich in between two pieces of soft bread with some cheese, perhaps you need the smooth peanut butter. If you're having just a spoonful of peanut butter, perhaps on a cracker, crunchy peanut butter on a pretzel cracker is really good because you got that saltiness too. You need the saltiness and the crunch
peanut butter is salty.
from the pretzel as well. It's a double salty. It's an indulgence. It's a treat.
Okay,
And
but,
then the dark roasted peanut butter is just, I don't even know what to do with it. It's just really good.
but do you know what the one thing that I'm not a big fan of?
What?
We have
Orgies.
2 open peanut butters in our cupboard now.
Yeah, because I didn't want to wait till we were out of the normal peanut butter before I tried the dark roast. It's not like it's going to go bad. It's peanut butter.
I know, but now we have 2 things open.
That's fine. We'll eat it. We're a peanut butter eating household.
No, you have a choice.
So, Sam, if you were to make a peanut butter and jam sandwich and open a fresh jar of jam,
Yes.
would you refrigerate it after? Or stick it in the, what was
Okay.
the word they used? Pantry?
Pantry. Okay, so the funny thing is about that, we just recently, the last time we went shopping, we bought a new jam.
Yes.
Where did we put it?
Is it not in the cupboard?
No, I put it in the fridge.
Oh, unopened?
Unopened.
Still sealed? That is
Still sealed.
weird, Sam.
I usually, because I have a section of the stuff that we have extras of at the bottom of our cupboard, pantry, whatever you want to call it.
But generally, after we
open it, we generally put it in
refrigerate, do you
the
not
fridge.
have to? Is that not a thing?
No, you have to.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it says.
I think it says
after
on the
opening.
jar, but it also says that on the ketchup container, and you really don't need to refrigerate ketchup.
Yeah, ketchup needs to be cold.
No, ketchup is like 80% vinegar.
Thank you.
don't need to. You don't need to
no,
refrigerate
ketchup
vinegar.
needs to be cold.
I
Thank
mean,
you.
it tastes better cold, but you don't need to refrigerate
It says
it.
keep refrigerated on it. Thank you.
Yeah, as a liability thing, you don't have to refrigerate.
Yes,
I
you
have
do.
left ketchup out on the counter for a week before. It's fine.
Well, yeah.
No.
Yeah, it
It
is.
says on the bottle, keep refrigerated. So if somebody loses their power and throws away their ketchup or
Okay,
barbecue
that was
sauce,
unnecessary. That was
You don't have to
unnecessary.
make fun of them.
Yeah.
I lost power. What was unnecessary?
We all
about it?
lost power.
Throw out your ketchup is what was unnecessary.
Because it was bad.
How long was your power out
Do you
for?
know how long it takes ketchup
Days?
to go bad at room temperature?
No, your ketchup would have been fine.
Days. My power is out for days.
Are
You
we the
threw out
only
your,
people
you
that
threw out your ketchup. We didn't even throw out our food.
our power came on the next day?
Still, we didn't throw out our food. You don't
I
need
was
to
without power for
refrigerate
days.
food.
I'm in
See,
the
we
polar
are
section.
human people. We come with senses, right? So, if I have
At least 5.
If I have, yeah, but they don't all apply in this situation. Several of them do. If I have a freezer full of meat and my power goes out for a couple days, and I check on that meat and it is thawed, then that's when I start using my senses, right? I feel it. Is it still cold? Yeah, it's kind of still cold. It's probably fine. I open the bag. I smell it. Does it smell spoiled? Nah, it kind of smells fine. Then it's fine.
I'm talking about ketchup.
I cook
I'm
it
not
and
talking
taste
about a
it.
freezer
I'm
full of
talking
meat.
about a freezer full of meat.
I'm not talking about a freezer full of meat. Clearly, if you smell it, it smells good and it's still frozen. It's good. My barbecue
really?
sauce was not cold.
Did you have anything
you
in your
smell
fridge
it?
that smelled fine that you threw out anyways?
Nope.
Because I have left cooked food on the stove overnight and just eaten it. I have left food on the floor overnight and eaten it because it looked and smelled fine.
That's gross.
Yeah, he's done that.
Well, our 5-year-old, when he was still 3, he would
He's
drop
6.
food. He's 6 now. You're right. I'd be at work in the evening, right? And Sam would give him dinner, and he'd eat, and he'd drop his food on the floor. And I come home from work at 11. I haven't eaten yet. I'm going to eat the food off the floor.
Do you ever feel like you have a pet? You come in and you see Josh on all fours, buddy.
And sometimes the next day, if I'm getting up and getting ready for work, and there's a chicken nugget on the floor, it's probably fine.
You're looking.
So,
down,
you're-
looking down, and he's like, "What? It's just pablum. It's good still."
Basically, the moral of the story is I eat spoiled food all the time.
I thought the moral of the story was Sam doesn't clean up.
The moral of the story is Jif peanut butter is better than Kraft. And food,
made a joke.
there is a spectrum of food safety. And as long as you
And I have to
kinda
take it
follow
yearly.
some of
I
it-
have to take that. Oh no, every 5 years I have to
spectrum, like
What?
the vitamin.
take the food safety.
Oh, food safety. See, I've taken food safety classes, and most of it's nonsense.
I have to take it every 5 years.
You know what they tell you in food safety classes?
You get 100% every year.
If your food is on the counter for 3 hours, you have to throw it out. You know what I say to that? Can't
Humbug.
afford that. I'm eating that food.
Oh well. Okay. So yeah.
Real
Now
3
with
hours-
the price of
if you
food
have-
now,
if you have food in the fridge, where it is safe, if you have food in the fridge for 3 days, you're supposed to throw it out. I don't do that.
we have some questionable things in the fridge now.
Yeah, and I'll eat them. It's fine.
I think it's been there for like 3 weeks.
What?
That pork. No, that's only been a week. Was that Monday? When
The
did we
pork?
have that pork?
I had a piece of that yesterday.
Yeah, I wouldn't eat that.
It's fine. At work sometimes we have this rule, right? We have this rule at work. If it's expired, we have to throw it out.
Bring it home.
Yeah, guess who doesn't throw it out? I'm eating that. I didn't bring a lunch. I'm not allowed to feed it to the people that live there. But like, there was muffins. There was blueberry muffins the other day
yeah.
Okay.
that expired a week prior, but they were fine.
Are you sure? The blue stuff could have been mold.
But you know what you can do to mold? You can eat it. It doesn't matter. It tastes funny, but it's not going to kill you.
Gross.
So jam, the fridge.
Yes.
Yeah, probably. Not to say that I wouldn't eat it if I left it on the counter, because it never gets put away and sometimes sits out for days. If there's nothing growing on it, it's fine.
You know what I think?
What?
Are we all hungry?
Yeah, I'm starving.
I think that's outrageous.
Was there more questions?
No, that was the last one.
Okay, then we're done. Say it.
Every time